the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking.
And it looks like we're about ready to start because it is 1 minute until. So I'm gonna get a screen share going here. Do me a favor, everyone. Do not join unless you're a straight up noob. I don't know how many people are gonna be allowed to look at this, and I don't want it to get filled up. If you really wanna watch it though, you can just mute the Discord and just watch my stream on your stream and cover my cam with your cam. Like, that's fine. 3-second delay is not that bad, and just unmute when you wanna talk.
Yo, can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead before we start.
How you doing, Soda, by the way?
Fine. What's up, man?
If I die, am I kicked out of the guild?
Who said that?
Pillow.
Pillow, of course. You're
Is
the
this?
old
Oh, is
friend.
that Pillow? I
It's
didn't know.
Pillow.
No, you're not kicked out of the guild. You just fucking level again.
What if I say something stupid?
I mean, if you walk up to someone and you're annoying the fuck out of them and they don't like you, or maybe,
yeah.
or some shit, I'll be like, hey, can you just like stop being weird? And then you're fine. Move on. No problem.
that's
Ask
fair.
3 questions in a row though, you're out. So don't ask another one.
Oh, okay. Speak to you in a bit then.
Like, this isn't that complicated. Let me get a couple things set up and then we'll get started.
Okie dokie.
Oh, what is this? OnlyFangs.
Hello?
Artichoke.
Yo.
Where am I supposed to post my reaction time?
General.
General.
We're supposed to post that?
yeah, it's required.
Oh,
Wait,
Yeah,
since
it's
when?
required.
Hey, wait.
Uh,
Being undead.
Wait,
Oh,
how do we get that time? Where do you do
Reaction
that?
speed test?
Human benchmark.
Okay.
Okay.
The higher the number, the better.
Here, I'll link it.
Okay. All right. Is everyone ready?
Post your reaction time.
It's time to get this started.
Yes, sir.
So, welcome everyone. Tomorrow we have OnlyFangs, or just the fresh servers in general. So this is the final day. If you want to get some practice in, this is the day to do it. Before you do that though, this is just going to be a new, I mean, we're talking noob shit. This is shit that a lot of the WoW sweats don't even think about, that new players just don't know, and there's nothing that's going to tell you. And we're gonna, at first we had 140 slides. We trimmed it down to 40. So when I say every one of these slides is something that is important, I mean it. We trimmed it down. We want no bloat. All of this is important. We're gonna teach you how to do just opening the game and getting started and what you're trying to do. The fucking basics. Just so you're not overwhelmed or confused, okay? Because a lot of people have shown that that is the case, and we'd like to avoid that. So starting off, I'm going to screen share this PowerPoint, and every now and then I'm going to tab into World of Warcraft just to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So we're going to show you add-ons, settings. I'm going to show you what they do, how to enable them, etc. So starting off, you're going to make your character. You're going to log in, and this is the troll starting zone. It doesn't matter where you start. It's all the same with the settings that you're going to fuck with. Step 1, we're going to look at different Blizzard settings. So let me go here and let me reset everything to default. All settings. If you want, I recommend you log into WoW right now and you just follow along, because these settings you're going to change. Can you guys see the game, by the way, or no?
No,
I was about to
you're
say,
only
we can't see
sharing
the
these
game.
slides.
God,
No, I can only see
You see the
PowerPoint.
game on your stream.
hang on.
Yeah, I see the stream on your stream.
I'm just gonna share my whole screen here. Do you see it now?
Yeah.
Yes.
You see this? Okay. Do you see the PowerPoint now?
Yeah. It's in,
Yep.
140p, but it's there.
Yes.
All right. Perfect. So you're gonna log in, and just remember, this game is from 2004. It is garbage, and not a lot has been. This is the 2004 version of the game with some adjustments here and there, but the actual settings in game are terrible, and a lot of the settings I'm gonna give you here are not recommendations. There's no player in this game that doesn't use these settings and change them when they first log in.
Oh.
Okay, so setting number 1, let's go through this list. Sticky targeting. This is stupid. You can use it, but you shouldn't. You turn this off. What this does is, let's say I target this guy here, Bod. If I click over here, I'm stuck targeting him. That shouldn't be how it is. The only way to untarget is hitting escape. Options, sticky targeting. Turn that off. Next thing, target of target. This should be on. What this does is when you target someone, I can see that Tizinu is now targeting himself. That's what this little name right here is. This should always be on. No reason to ever not. Next thing, instant quest text. If I talk to this guy, look at this. Miserable. It's miserable. So let's go to the option. Type in quest. Instant quest text. Talk to him. Look at that. Accept. Simple. No reason to not have that on. If you want to read the lore, like that's fine, but you still should have instant quest text. Action bars. No one in this game that has achieved it only plays with one action bar. Okay? This is not enough. You will turn this on instantly. Options. You can type in action bar. Action bar 2, enabled, 3, 4, and 5. All of them enabled if you want. Look at all these extra bars now. You need to have these. Stupid to not have it. I don't know anyone that doesn't. Let's see. Next thing. Camera. Am I going too quick for you guys? Because you can always go back to the VOD. Is
No,
anyone
you're
like...
good.
You're
Okay.
doing an excellent job.
So, yeah, the instant text one. Where was that again? Very quickly.
Well,
You
just
can also type in instant text
There's
and
a
then
search.
Okay, got it. Okay,
Text.
okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
just
Perfect.
type in instant quest text. No reason to not. Where was I? Your camera. So let's go camera here. So you should have your camera at max distance. Even if you want to play zoomed in like this, that's fine. No problem. But you should be able to zoom out all the way. So there's no reason to not have your camera enabled at max distance available. The next issue, and this is the biggest thing. The amount of people that I've seen die during practice because they don't strafe, this is strafing, okay? Where you can attack while running away at max speed. A lot of you guys are like, oh, I'm attacking, let me run away. They turn around, run this way, not attacking, and then turn back around. Insanity. And this camera, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Smart camera, the way this works, this is what it's defaulted on. Here's my camera, and now I start running. The camera forces the camera. It forces that. You don't want that. So you turn this on never adjust. So that way, if I'm running this way and I turn my camera and I run, it doesn't fucking auto go. I have control. If I want to recenter it, just hold right click and walk forward. Easy. Okay? No reason to not do those settings. All right, all NPC names. So you'll see NPC names here. Just turn on all NPCs. So let's go back to what it was on. What was it? Quest MP? What was it on again? By default?
Mine's hostile and
It was
interactive.
hostile default.
Hostile, sure. So you're looking around, like none of these guys have names. Not a big deal unless you click them. Let me zoom back in. And let's go options. All NPCs. If you want this on, I think you should. It just shows these green names so you know where all the vendors are. You see them in the distance, right? Just turn that on, in my opinion. Next thing. I am baffled. The thing is, this wasn't even in the game before, but Blizzard did add it recently to Classic. Showing enemy cast bar. Baffling that this is not on by default. If someone's casting a spell, an enemy you're killing, you need this on to see that they're casting and see what they're casting. They added it to the game, but it's not on by default. Very important. Let's see here. Next, power bars. This is just, let me invite some random person to the group here. Hold on. Maybe they accept. This guy, Helix. Surely he joins. Okay, he declined. Fuck.
Invite Sodapoppin.
Are you on the right server? I'm on a random server to avoid a bunch of random people.
Oh.
It's fine. One of these guys will accept it. All right, I'm just going to explain to you what it is. When you're in a party with someone or a raid, and you don't have these power bars on, you're only going to see their health. But by having power bars on, you can now see their mana. That's it. So you want to see your teammates' mana, etc. Turn on power bars. That's all that does. The next thing, class colors. When you're in a group with people, they're all just going to be like this default green, everybody. By turning on class colors, it'll change their, what's the word? Their health bar in your party.
Raid frame.
it'll change their raid frames to be the color of their appropriate class. No reason to not have that on. I don't know anyone that doesn't do that. It's stupid. Where's display tips? I saw fucking Dante's have this on blinking in the middle of his screen for like 20 minutes. Turn those off. None of those tips are good. They're garbage. When you log in, you're going to have this big blinking exclamation point. Click it, and before closing it, uncheck the box to stop displaying tips, and then close it. You'll never see them again. You'll never need to see them. They're garbage. Terrible tips. Another thing, let me go pull a mob. Do you guys have game sound on or no? Can you hear my game?
No.
No.
All right. Well, you're going to hear this. When you guys play, if you are hitting a button that's on cooldown, it'll say, I can't do that yet. Not enough rage. Not enough mana. I can't do that yet. Over and over and over again, right? To turn that off, disable error speech. It's going to make you blow your head off if you listen to it for more than 10 minutes, okay? Error speech turned off. Another thing, orcs and trolls, specifically you guys, but honestly everyone should pay attention to this. There is a command prompt or just a message. You're going to type /console ffx glow 0. The reason you do this is it makes the game not blind you. If you saw how orange it was, this is normal. It's just bright orange and ugly and hideous. Type this command /console ffx glow 0. It makes it better. All right. Viewers are probably going to annoy the fuck out of you while you play and say it's hard, my eyes, oh, it burns. Yeah, turn that off, or at least set that command. Next thing, you can show bag space. Someone showed me this. I didn't even know you could do this, to be honest with you. Show available bag space. So right now I have 13 slots available. You'll see the number 13 right here. You can turn that on if you want. It's cool. More optional things that a lot of people talk about. Auto loot. So let me kill some random boar and show you auto loot.
That's mandatory, to be honest.
Yeah,
The
in
fuck-
BDO, we have to pay like $150 for that.
Yeah.
No way.
So auto
That's
loot.
funny.
Really?
All right. So right now when I loot this guy, you'll see there's a ruined pelt. I can right click it and loot it. If I hold shift, look at how the bag changes. It's going to auto loot it. So what auto loot does is it swaps it. So if you want it on, now if you hold shift, it doesn't auto loot, but by right clicking, it will auto loot. It just reverses it if you want that on. I play with it odd off, but it doesn't matter. A couple other things. Status text. A lot of people like having their health bar. So look at my health in the top left. Numeric value. I can set that. Now I have this 66 health and I'll see it. You can do percentage. You can, there are spells in this game that can't be used unless they're like 20% health or below. So some people like having that on. A lot of people like having both. But status text is a fun thing. I personally use none, but there's no benefit to that. It's up to you. It's your preference. Cooldowns on numbers. Let me turn that on. So let's look at Raptor Strike. This spell is a 6-second CD. Let me find a boar. And then we'll get to the... We're almost done. We'll get to the PowerPoint. Okay. So let me use Raptor Strike. All it does, it shows a number. A lot of people, you guys might like having that on. Okay. What else? Raid style party frames. So let me invite someone to the group here. Hopefully this guy joins. Please fucking join. I know you're watching the stream, you freak. There we go. All right. So this guy's in my group, and you see his frame here. Here he is. Whatever the fuck. When you're in a group with more than 5 people, you must enter a raid. Parties are 5 or less. When you join a raid, your raid frames will change to be raid frames. They look very different. But you can make your party be the same as your raid if you like. So notice this is a raid frame now. By default, it is hideous. How do I adjust this? Why is it so puny?
In the same place you were at.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Frame height, width, tab and frame, it'll come up with it.
Okay, well, you look here at these
Frame.
settings, frame. So you want to adjust this. You can see how we have power bars. You can see mana down here. Now I can show you guys. So power bars off. You notice how the mana and rage leaves. Let's do class colors. Notice there's fucking green now. So you're going to want to have those checked. Stupid to not. Personally, I use raid frames when I'm in groups larger than 5. I prefer the parties though. So I don't actually use raid style party frames, but there's no reason not to. It's up to you. It's your preference. Let's see. A lot of people were talking about DX11 in your graphics. So in DX12, apparently if you are on DX12, which a lot of you are going to default be on DX12, this right here in graphics API, it can crash your computer. Or not computer, your game. In hardcore WoW, that's really bad. I don't know if this is fixed or still a problem, but I would just play on DirectX 11. I don't even know what the fuck this does, what it changes. Just put it on DX11. It crashes less. Blah, blah, blah. What else? Self-highlight. Raid self-highlight. Circle. So you can have this on if you want. It will give you a permanent circle under your character just to see where you are. People said it might be good for new players, but up to you guys. I'll copy paste this whole thing in the Discord somewhere. Let's go in general. I'll post it there. That is everything I just went over. Those are your basic Blizzard settings. Okay? You should adjust all of these. You can go back to the VOD and see it there. There might be a couple other things here and there, but this is a good foundation so you're not constantly adjusting your shit after you hit level 20 when you're used to the wrong things, if that makes sense. So moving on to the PowerPoint. All right. Newbie 101. We didn't include the Blizzard stuff, but here we go with the next things. How do I full screen? F11. That didn't work. How do I full screen this shit?
Press P. Try pressing P. See if that works.
Nope.
All right.
Control F5 to start it. Control F5.
Slideshow.
The slideshow button somewhere top right.
Nah, we got it. Newbie 101. Here we go. Boom. Personalize your key bindings. So if you look at the bar on the screen, you're going to have a lot of spells in this game. This isn't League of Legends where you only have 6 and maybe bindings for targeting like your 5 teammates, whatever. You're going to have, assuming you're playing the game right, like 80 key bindings. In order to get key bind, like, so you have Q, E, R, T, G, F, V, C, X, Z, but then you have Shift Q, Shift R, Shift T, Control R, Control T, Alt Q, Alt T, Alt F, Alt C. And some of these bindings are much more difficult to hit than the others. You don't have to do this. This is like advanced. You don't have to keybind everything. But if I was starting new, I would want someone to tell me this before really like getting comfortable. Because later on, you're just gonna, hey, I want to actually like keybinding everything, but you're not used to it. So you can start early and get used to the keybindings. When you do that, try to prioritize the good keybindings for the spells that should be good keybindings. Grayson, for example, binds his ice block to Alt 6. I would like everyone to try and hit that.
Wow, that is those dog shit keybinds in the world. That's crazy.
That's disgusting.
Ice block is your best defensive spell. It makes you immune to all damage instantly, breaks you out of everything for 10 seconds. So in a pinch, when you're at 5% fucking health and you have to reach and hit Alt 6, you're an idiot. I don't know why Grayson does that, but that is a prime example of what the fuck not to do. All right, so think about your key bindings. Think about the future. I know you guys aren't going to know what spells you're going to have, but whatever you're good with, just think about that for moving on.
I have a
All right.
question.
Go ahead.
Does it matter if we have like smaller keyboards, or is a full-size keyboard like recommended?
Any keyboard you want, whatever you're comfortable with.
Size doesn't matter.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, so true.
It's
So-
the motion of the ocean.
The only thing you're
Can't
missing
get
out
to
on
England
is
in a
like
rowboat.
auto run and like RP walk. If you don't
Because you
have,
can
like,
change those
100%,
keybinds to anything
then you
though.
can change 'em, yeah.
Yeah. So one other thing before I really move on in game. So I talked about strafing. Strafing is very important. You don't have to do it, but in this game, like, it's just, if you're walking away from a mob like this, I mean, it's much slower than walking away like this. You need to strafe. So I would say early on, go to your bindings. Let's go to key bindings, movement. It's pretty straightforward. Adjust your bindings. So in order for me to strafe, I have to hold right click and then I hit my D key. You don't have to do it like that. It's whatever you're used to. If you want to bind it to where just hitting D doesn't do this and it strafes, options, key bindings, movement, strafe left. Let's make that, or no, yeah, strafe left. Let's make that A and strafe right D. Now I don't have to right click. So whatever you're comfortable with. If you don't want to hold right click to strafe, then change this. I'm a default Andy. I don't mind. Where the fuck? Turn left. There we go.
On that note, I mean, I guess you're already gonna mention it, but don't never run away from a mob with your back to it.
That's
Yeah,
we'll talk
Back damage?
we'll talk about that later. Yeah, you don't want to show your back. So when you're running away from mobs, you don't want to show your back, and we'll talk about why. But important when you're leveling, start out with movement key bindings that you want to get used to that are good. If you want to strafe with Q and E, that's fine. But remember, those are also really good key bindings for spells. You're now sacking a lot of good key bindings for spells. But you can still do it. There's plenty of buttons on your keyboard. Moving on, back to the PowerPoint. Where the fuck is it? Here it is. All right, into the next part of Classic WoW being bad. Add-ons. Add-ons are not optional. You are going to use some. Now, you don't have to completely revamp your game or any of that. It's not crazy, but there are some things that are just quality of life, and anyone who says that you're not playing the game right because you're using no add-ons is dumb as dirt. There are add-ons you should have, especially as a new player. There are add-ons that will tell you, let's just go over them. All the good add-ons. I'd rather not start with the questing add-ons. I'd rather start with something really simple like bestiary. So
we should.
Called plastic bestiary, by the way.
Can we download Curse Forge?
yeah, I'm
Just,
going to
like,
get to that.
Download these as we go. Okay.
So everyone download CurseForge right now. I'm dead. And make sure you get the standalone. Don't get the Overwolf bullshit. Just type in CurseForge into Google. I'm going to show you guys how easy it is. And then get CurseForge app in the top right. Click that. Download standalone. Fucking download it. And you have to do add-ons. Even our guild itself requires add-ons for us to do the guild self-found bullshit that we're going to be doing. So I'll wait for a second, but let me bring up my CurseForge. I undownloaded. Go ahead.
Sorry. Does the CurseForge have to be the standalone version?
It doesn't
does
have
it
to
not
be,
matter?
but just do the standalone.
Easier.
Everyone, it's easier. Actually, just
Overwolf
easier.
tries to like track
Much
your
easier.
data.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I mean, just get the standalone. It's very simple how this works. So I'm assuming you guys got this. If you didn't, you can just come back to the VOD and follow around. All these are going to be pretty plug and go. Bestiary. So let me tab in. I have no add-ons. Look in the bottom right of my screen. The modeled boar. That's all it says, level 2 beast. Let's download Bestiary. So I'm going to hit the browse tab. Type in beast. Good enough. Classic Bestiary. What the fuck?
Put the link in the add-on channel, by the way, for Classic Bestiary if you want the zip.
Can I not download
Really
add-ons
want
right
to-
now?
You should be able to, yeah.
What
Just
is?
re- reinstall Soda.
You already have it. You can delete it and then redo it and then reload in game.
I deleted the whole
You can
folder.
right-click.
God
You
dang
have
it.
to restart CurseForge.
Okay, let me fucking restart CurseForge. Good call. Because I wanted to like completely undo everything so we could all just watch me do it together.
This is a good tip for new players. If you're going to install add-ons, like just install all of them through CurseForge so you don't have this issue. If you manually delete them out of your folder, it will cause this issue.
Yeah.
Just like let CurseForge manage your stuff.
All right, well, I'm just going to update all. Basically, oh, fuck, I have all the add-ons now. Let's go to Bestiary here. So you download this, let's type /reload in game, and I now have the add-on. That simple. Let me turn all the other add-ons off. Oh, God. Yeah, this is what I wanted to avoid. I wanted to do one at a time so you knew what they all did. Hold on. Add-ons, disable all. Where's Bestiary? What?
Soda, you need to right-click the add-on in CurseForge and reinstall.
Okay, I'm dumb. You're right.
Yeah.
You're heckin' right. Disable. classic bestiary. So let's reload. I now have one add-on. So let's hover over a mob that has a spell now. So the bottom right, these mobs don't have any spells. Let's go find one that does so you can see what it does for you. And then I'll explain why this is so important, especially for a new player. Honestly, this is good for every WoW player. Hardcore WoW has never really been a thing until recently. So even someone's got echo going on. C-Dank!
God dang it, C-Dank!
So hardcore WoW has only been somewhat of a recent thing. No one remembers what any of these mobs do. They have no clue. They don't care because if you die, it's not a big deal. But now it is. So look in the bottom right. This Scorpion worker has something called weak poison. So let me hold down control. It shows what it does. This isn't a big deal. This poison's not going to hurt me or change anything really. But there are mobs in this game that have, like, example, Execute. Execute one-shots you pretty much, and it can only be used when you're below 20% health. So you need to know if a mob has Execute, or maybe they have a Disarm, which can make you not able to attack for 10 seconds, and you're a warrior. You need to know these things. There's a lot of other bullshit, but bestiary will just basically, if they have spells, hover over. You can see what they have in the bottom right. That's all it does. It's very simple.
To add to that, if you hover over it, it doesn't show all of them. If you get to hold down control when you hover over it, it'll actually break down and tell you how much damage each of it does and how long you're stunned for, how long you're CC'd for, and stuff like that too.
That's what I said. So inflicts 1 nature damage to an enemy every 3 seconds for 12 seconds. Hold control. That's how I'm changing it. Very simple. Next.
I think we should mention Thrash, because that's a lot of mobs have Thrash.
They're not going to have to worry about Thrash for a good long time. We'll have plenty of other meetings. But yeah, Thrash is another spell you'll have to worry about. Let's not overload them. Who cares? Not a big deal. Next, add-ons. Where's my PowerPoint? What's training? So in this game, you are able to train spells every 2 levels. So at level 2, at level 4, at level 6, at level 8. But you don't know what you can train. So if you look at my spell book, you have Marksman. These are my different specializations as a hunter. You'll have Beastmaster here soon. Let me download what's training and show you guys what that does. Let's just type in what's. Should be good enough. Okay. What? There it is. Reinstall. You guys should just hit the install button and you're good. Now /reload. Add-ons. What's training. Turn it on. All this does, it adds this little book right here. You can now see what you're going to be able to train every 2 levels. So as soon as right now available, I can get track beasts. At level 4, I get these. Level 6, I get this. It just tells you. Otherwise, you're going to be Googling it. All right. Just download the add-on. It's a very useful, very simple. It doesn't change the game much. Just get it. Next add-on, moving forward. Weapon swing timer. This and 5-second rule. So as a warrior, for example, you're going to want weapon swing timer. This just shows you the time between your auto attacks. So let me go auto attack a fucker. This boar works. Or the bow. Even the bow works. So shooting. You have no idea when the next shot's going to go out. So let me show you with the weapon swing timer. Let's do weapon. Let's type in weapon. This works. Weapon swing timer, whatever the fuck. Reinstall. /reload. This is ugly. But here's a weapon swing. The little blue bar down here. So now, we'll use my bow as an example. I can shoot. Okay, this is hideous. I hate this one. But up to you. I can see when I'm ready to shoot, basically. Good for warriors. 5-second rule. It's good for mages, but honestly, you guys don't need to worry about this yet. I wouldn't care. I'm surprised that's in the slide. Nova World buffs, you guys don't need to worry about. Actually, yes, download Nova World buffs. There's going to be a bunch of... Huh?
You're wild till you get world buffs, though.
Yeah, but it's not just that. It also shows what layer we're on. When you first log in, everyone is going to be in the starting zones. The way Blizzard combats the lag behind that is they create layers. Layers are just different phases. You're on the same server, but you're on a different layer just to split the player base a little bit. We might all try and get on the same layer so we can actually play together. Nova World buffs shows what layer you're on. So let me slash reload. Add-ons. Am I blind? Oh, there it is. Let's reload. Now, where do you even see what layer you're on here? Oh, you just hover over. So
where your map is.
So Nova World buffs, currently I'm on layer 1. Ignore everything else. You'll learn what those Onyxia and Nefarian bullshit is. But right now, you just want Nova World buffs just to track your layer. If you give a fuck.
Doesn't it just... Oh, yours doesn't just show right there at the bottom of the minimap? Okay.
No, it's showing when I hover over, but yeah. All right. Next. Unit scan. Very important. It will inform you if a dangerous mob spawns or comes close to you. So I would download unit scan.
Hardcore one.
Hardcore unit scan. Which one?
Probably just type in unit scan.
Just type in unit.
The actual name of it is unit scan space hardcore. That one works really well. It's like fifth one down right there.
Fifth one. Unit scan hardcore. This one.
The one with 90.7K.
Yeah, 90. That one's really good. It already has all the mobs for hardcore loaded into it. And it will beep if you get near an elite mob too.
All right. So unit scan hardcore, sure. Download this one. There's gonna be, say you're in a level 20 zone. Blizzard thought, again, this game isn't meant to be played as hardcore. Like, there's roleplay lore bullshit where a random level 50 elite mob is patrolling around in a level 20 zone. It will one-shot you. This add-on will like fucking alarm sound tell you, hey, motherfucker, there's a mob near you that you need to stay away from or you're dead. Okay? So unit scan hardcore, very necessary. There's mobs I don't even know are in the game. Let me go back. Hang on. What else? Atlas loot. This is a fun one. I would download Atlas loot. Let's type in Atlas. Atlas loot classic. All one word. Reinstall. This shows you. See this little button right here? You click that. You can go through every dungeon in the game. RFC, you don't know what any of these are, and that's okay. But as you play and you start to get more understanding of what's going on, you're not as overwhelmed. You'll start kind of seeing what's happening. So the first dungeon you can run will be RFC, Rage Fire Chasm, level 13 to 18. And you can look through the bosses and see what loot can drop. Just a little fun, something to do while you're on flight paths. Like, oh, I'm almost level 20. I could run Wailing Caverns. And you get to see the kind of gear that can drop in Wailing Caverns. And then you can form a group for it and go do it. So Atlas loot. Classic add-on. Very nice. You should get that. Next, back to the PowerPoint. What else? Bagnon. You don't have to get this. A lot of people don't play with it, but I think you guys might like it. Just type in bag, N-O-N, all one word. Reinstall. This does is, if you look here, this is my quiver. This shows my arrows, and here's my bag, right? I guess quiver is not a good example. That's a unique hunter thing. But it combines all your bags to just form as one big bag. So, oh yeah, see, it combined the quiver too. And if you get another bag in this equipment container in the bottom right, it'll just extend it. Otherwise, you'll have to open each individual bag. There's like a rearrange button. There's a search bar. Get Bagnon. It's just better inventory. Not a lot of people play without it. Death log. Announces players' deaths. Provides a death heat map. Useful for identifying dangerous places. So let's download death log. This is unique to hardcore. Pretty much everyone plays with it. Slash reload. A lot of people are typing better bag add-ons. That's fine. You can look through different ones. You see how easy it is to navigate CurseForge and download add-ons. Just giving you guys, you should get a bag add-on. Now, Deathlog add-ons. I have it on already. Here's your Deathlog box. So if someone dies in the world right now, I will see it announced here. And I'll get to see the cause of death and everything like that. It's pretty fun. And also, look at my map now. All of these red spots, this is where people tend to die regularly. Clearly, no one dies in the starting zone. A lot of people die right fucking here, though. Or here. Let's go to the Undead City, where there's a fucking elevator that people constantly die in. Here's Undercity. Red as fuck in the city where you'd think it'd be safe. I don't know. Elwyn Forest is fucked. I don't know what's going on here. So download Deathlog gives you shows you like red spots. You'll be like, oh, this is a little bit of a scary area. So it can actually be pretty helpful. Let's see.
Also tells you what they died to.
Yeah, it gives you some details. It's fun.
Pretty cool.
Twitch emotes. This basically makes emotes work in game from Twitch. I don't think it does all of them, but you know, the basic ones are good. Is there a better Twitch emote? There's so many. I would assume the 3.7 million downloads is better. So Twitch emotes V2.
Yeah.
As most of them.
What the hell was that, Ozzy? Did you just like grumble?
Oh, I was just agreeing with you.
The
Joker D one's quite a good one, and it's quite new.
Joker D one?
Yeah, it's like 5 down, 6 down.
This one? Either way, this is up to you guys.
Yeah.
You can get these chat or these thingamajigs. Let's see if my emotes work in game now. Let's try Omega Lol. There you go. So there's the Omega Lol. Very cool. Simple. Should get that. Sorry, trying to tab through all this bullshit. Twitch emotes. All right. Leatrix. This is a very good, important add-on. Let me open it. It does multiple things for you. So CurseForge, Leatrix. You're going to want to get Leatrix Maps, Classic Era, and Leatrix Plus, Classic Era. Both of these are important. Leatrix Maps. I think I need to enable it. Let's do Leatrix Maps first. If you looked at my map before, now it's much more detailed. You can see, like, it's kind of darker because this stuff is unexplored, but it'll show what it does look like. It's pretty nice. It shows flight paths. This is here. So it shows extra information, shows you where dungeons are, this big blue portal. It's not in the base game. You got to get an add-on for this. I didn't even realize it wasn't in the base game until I was doing all of this. And then Leatrix Plus. This is big for streamers. Big streamers listen. Very important. You're going to have annoying viewers follow you around. There are things you can do to make it better. You can mute people who spam. Huh?
All right.
Guys, let Soda talk.
No, I heard someone say 1 sec. Did you have something? Who cares? Okay. /LT. Go ahead, Fizz.
I think you're doing a great job.
I'm trying to just not do info overload. You guys can always come back to the VOD. /LTP brings up Leatrix Plus. In Leatrix Plus, you want to have show vendor price on. So when I hover over this, I can see the sell price is 1 copper. Money is going to be a bitch at first. And bag space is going to be a bitch at first. So I guarantee you, every single one of you, when you're first starting out leveling, you're going to find your bags to be completely full. And you're going to not be able to loot something that dropped that sells for a lot. You need to know what in your bags doesn't sell for jack shit. So you can take it, delete it, because it doesn't matter, and then loot something else. So you're going to want to have /LTP vendor price enabled. You can also do things like auto repair or auto sell trash. However, I recommend you don't do that until you've kind of figured out the game a little bit more. You should see trash before you just... You'll never see... Don't turn it on at first, in my opinion. But you can turn off block party invites, block friend requests, block shared or block duels. Viewers are going to probably annoy the fuck out of you. You can block all of that through here in social. I think you can also mute people's emotes. So if they're going to follow you around and just type /laugh, you can't hear it, but it's really annoying. They're not going to stop. So in LTP, where the hell do I mute that? Does anyone know?
No.
There's a way you can mute it.
There's like a sound. There's specific sounds. Yeah, custom sounds or mute game sounds.
Okay, yeah, mute custom sounds, and you can adjust it. Oh god, you gotta type.
That's the game sounds one. It's the game sounds one, right above that.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah, and then click the cogwheel.
Oh,
There
here
you
we
go.
go. So you can
Trains
fucking
are,
mute
like, the most
trains,
annoying.
yawns. You can mute a lot of these bull things. I guess just trains. Is that it?
Trains and Meko Striders are annoying too, if you don't like the sound of those.
Train's like the most annoying, and then yeah, I guess you have to program in all of the other individual ones like laughs.
I don't know what the codes are for them. You might be able to get it, but you can also just hit Control S. Control S just mutes the game altogether, or Control M to mute the music just quickly. So if you want to listen to music, hey, I'm bored of this, I want to go to Spotify, Control M mutes the music, Spotify. Or just Control S to mute people, blah, blah, blah. So Leatrix, very useful. Anything else in Leatrix that they should do? Sell junk automatically, repair automatically in automation.
You did max camera?
Did you do the pickup quest, auto quest turn in?
Yeah, you can do that too.
You muted
most people
error
follow rested
sounds,
XP, no?
but you can also mute the error messages. I don't know if mute sound in game does that. Like try pressing the buttons. Will you get the red message on your screen?
What?
Go back to LTP.
Because if you press like you can mute. I think it's an interface.
It's in text.
Oh, okay. It's in text. Okay. Error messages, the top one. Or else you'll have like a little red message on your screen. You'll probably not notice it, especially after a while. It's the same thing that you would get from the sounds that you mute, but the message is actually like a little thing on screen that shows. It's just annoying and will clog your screen.
Okay. Imagine you're a warrior, Soda, and you're pressing charge, and you don't have enough rage or whatever, or you're in combat. It'll say you're in combat, you can't charge, and it'll spam that a bunch of times. That will hide that, so you can.
Oh, I know what you mean. Okay, sure.
Yeah,
so
it's like an actual text,
like
not just a sound.
The out of hold on, let me do this.
Or like not enough rage, not enough rage, not
or
enough
out
rage.
of range. Would that do it? Yeah. So out of range.
Yep.
Yeah.
Out of range. If you want this off. Okay, got it. Hide error, reload, done. It's not that useful, but LTP is a good add-on. You should get that. I think that's all for. I think that's all for good. Oh, DPS meter. Okay, 2 more. DPS meter. You're gonna download. People are gonna be elitist about it. Details. Details is good. This will show how much damage you're doing, but there's also a threat meter built into it. You don't need to worry about this while leveling, but it can still be pretty fun to see how much DPS you're doing. So /reload, add-ons, details. Oh, it's a lot of boxes because they're all different things. We'll turn all of it on. All right, here's details. This is a box you can /details hide if you want, /details show, but it'll show your DPS. It's not a big deal at low levels. You have one fucking button. You're not going to do big pumping DPS. But I would say most WoW players who have played for a long time stare at details more than they do their actual game. They go for parses. You see, I did 9 DPS and 39 damage. And if you're in a party, you'll have the next people in here, and you kind of compete in dungeons. It can be fun. You should download details, get used to having it on your screen, move it around, and you can even do, let's see, options, window control, create window. So now you have 2 windows, and now we can change it to healing done. So now you can have people competing on who's doing more healing, who's doing more damage. Almost everyone in this game has a DPS, healing meter, and threat meter. So we'll hide that though. /details hide. All right. All right. Hopefully we're not overloading a little bit. Last things, add-ons wise, this is it. Questing. What you're doing in this game is leveling. Back in the day, everyone would read the quest and it would say, travel west and kill 10 boars. And you'd look at your map and you would go west. You would just have to, the first boars you find, you would just assume that's it. Then Questy came out. All right. Now let's look at what Questy does. Right now I have a quest. Okay, hold on. Let me fucking figure this out. Right now I have a quest to turn this in. Let me grab Questy now as well. Questy. Every one of you should have Questy. There's almost no classic purist that's going to argue with me and say you should play without it. It's stupid. Add-ons. Where's Questy? Yeah, I gotta reload.
Wait, that and rested XP? Or
we'll talk about rested XP. We'll talk about that. But Questy, you should absolutely have. All right. Is it working? Here we go. Let me drag this shit. Fuck, how do I drag this trash?
It's like control.
It's control. All right, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so now here's Questy. You can kind of see it in the top right here. This is just going to show all of this, but that's not what we care about. What we care about is, so kill 10 modeled boars. I want to show you guys the difference of having Questy and not. So right now, Is it not showing them on the map? Why is it not showing them?
The map might still be broken. It was broken yesterday.
No, maps are fixed. You have to update it.
Okay.
Wait, Chance, did you mention rested XP?
I have, but we're gonna get to that after Questy.
Okay.
Sometimes it's.
Did you reload it in game?
I did.
Because it shows up for me just fine for Questy.
Yeah.
The Questy settings, Soda.
/Questy. Why is this being? It should be plug and go. The fact that it's not working is pissing me off.
I think it's on icons.
Where the fuck's icons?
Up at the top.
Oh, this tab.
I'm watching on stream.
Enable
so.
icon. Oh, wow. Why was that not on? Okay, well, if you download Questy and you don't have this, look at the swords on the map. What these swords on the map represent is here's where the boars are. This is a kill quest, so they will be swords. If I needed to loot 10 boar meat, it would just become a little bag, but it would still show on the map where they are. Okay? So Questy, your whole map is going to look hideous, but as long as you know what these icons represent, it doesn't look as bad and it looks better. It just tells you where things are. Hey, go kill 10 or go kill 10 boars. Accept the quest, don't read the rest. Open your map and you'll see where the swords are. It tells you where to go. You should play with Questy. I don't care what anyone says. Now the next add-on, Rested XP. This is a newer add-on and it is debatable whether or not you want to use it. I will be using it, as will probably most people in the guild. It automates everything. It will give you, let me just download it and show you. It's such a high, what's the word? It's such a big add-on with so much time and effort put into it, you have to pay for it. However,
Rested XP, the great add-on.
However, Tactics is going to give everyone free codes. So you're going to have Rested XP for free, which is great.
Oh shit.
Basically, a bunch of speed levelers have played this game and they have optimized the living fuck out of it. It will give you an arrow. It will tell you where to run. When you need to buy milk from some guy for a quest, you'll talk to the guy. The add-on will auto buy it. It'll do everything. And then the arrow changes. Okay, now run here. You just follow the arrow the whole time. All you do is follow this fucking arrow all the way to 60. You still got to play the game. You still got to kill mobs. But a lot of people don't like it because they say it ruins the experience. That is up to you. I will be using it. Let me see if I can get this add-on working so you can see it. Rested XP guides. So the free version only works until level 20. But again, we're going to get as many as we need. So it's going to pop up on your screen. It's ugly as hell. It looks like this. Fucking survival guide. Do not do speedrun. You cannot handle it. Ultimate hardcore survival guide. You're going to select this. If you want to do dungeons with people, enable that. You want to do group quests, enable that. We are not using the auction house. Disable that or just don't check it. Hostile enemy warning. We have an add-on that already does it, but you can turn this on here if you want. What the fuck? Oh, all the dungeons. You can check all of these if you want, or just do select recommended. I would do that. Submit. You're good. Now you have this. Okay, here is your kill 10 boars and talk to this guy. And also you have these active targets. You can drag this around and move it. Dantes, you fuck. So you can move this over here. You don't need Questy anymore. You only care about Questy for the map update. And then your active targets. So it will mark every mob you need to kill. See, it just put a skull over this boar for you. It tells you if they're within your range. Where's my arrow? Here's your arrow. Move that. Just gonna follow it. And now it's taking me to the area. Kill boars. So you can use Rested XP, follow the arrow. I'm not going to level for you guys here. That's all of the add-ons. Everything else, you guys can look and find your own, whatever you want. There's different things, but these, for the most part, are a bunch of add-ons you should have. Maybe you don't need weapon swing timer, 5-second rule. You should if you're playing a warrior, but everyone else, do your thing. One last...
quick...
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, I'll go ahead. Two I find so far that I really like as a noob is the also the VoIP add-on, or not VoIP, the AI voiceover for the quests. If you like the lore and jazz, I've been enjoying that.
Okay, if you want the quest to be read to you, just type in voiceover.
Also, if you have sight problems, it does help you.
Pretty cool. It's good for immersion.
There you go. So every quest you're going to be getting You can have this and it will read it to you. Like the undead sound like undead. The orcs sound like orcs. It's actually really good. It's been pretty fleshed out. You can download these if you want. I turn them off because they get fucking annoying. Last add-on, mini-map, button. Where is it? Mini-map. So look at my mini-map. These are all my add-ons. Look at my... It's garbage. This is fucking miserable. All this does is it will combine them into... See if it works. Hold on. Add-ons. This. Turn that on. Reload. It combines into this, and I just click that. Bang. You can hold Alt, and you can drag it wherever you want. So every add-on is now nicely organized. Very nice. All right, you can play the game just like that.
So I think Leatrix does this as well by default.
Does it?
It does not.
Yes,
Well,
you need to.
It's not doing it by default.
Not by default, but you can put it so it does. So you don't download another add-on.
Just download another fucking add-on. Who cares? Just download Minimap button. It's great. Done. Last add-on, super important. You'll thank me later. Peggle. Peggle is great because you will be flying a lot in this game, and there's a lot of running and walking. It is miserable. There's a whole lot of nothing going on. You can download this, and you can play Peggle in WoW. It's great.
Undeads, no, undeads, we're not doing that shit. You guys should use the bathroom, grab a snack on the flight path only.
Star, shut up. I'm playing Peggle.
Undead are cringe.
I play Peggle in the bathroom.
And the thing is, you can duel people as well. So you can duel, type in their name. If they also have the Peggle add-on, they can accept it from anywhere in the world, and you can both compete for a better score. Peggle is incredible. There are talents. Solid. That is add-ons. All right? Now, I told you all the ones that you probably should have, and they're very helpful, but get whatever ones you guys want. That is up to you. Let's continue with the slideshow.
Wait.
I got a
what?
I swear.
Do you want us to have
You
DBM
go first.
also?
One at a time. All of you can go, but one at a time.
Do you want us to have DBM also?
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, you can't. DBM, it's called Deadly Boss Mods. It can basically tell you the mechanics that go on in a fight during dungeons, but there's really no mechanics in early dungeons, in my opinion. And you only really care about it at level 50 plus.
Okay.
Hello?
Who the fuck is that?
Undead have working
the game would be
kidneys.
so much better without these add-ons.
You made it just in time for the meeting. Okay, so to go ahead and start.
All right, starting here. So that's all the add-ons. Kept it simple. Anything else?
There was one more I wanted to mention, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
One I found that was really nice because, God, there's so many fucking settings in this game. I found an add-on called Account-Wide Interface Option Settings that saves them for you.
That's really
So when you
good,
make a new
but
character,
yeah,
you don't have to do it all again.
Well, all of these settings will carry over. The only thing that won't carry over is going to be you enabling your action bars. Bang, bang, bang. Everything else you did should carry over the account. Maybe not keybindings, but...
Auto-loot doesn't either.
There's a setting that some of the League streamers were using. It's like a right-click to move, because that's what they use. Don't use that. Yeah, don't use that. You're going to kill yourself. You're going to walk off the edge. Just get used to using your arrows.
Who the fuck was doing that?
I'm not going to say, but some people are using it, and it will get you killed, absolutely.
Do not use right-click to move.
What was the name of the add-on that you moved over settings for? Because I'm swapping from EU to NA, and I lost all my settings, so something like that would be great.
It was called Account-Wide Interface Option Settings.
Thank you.
There you go. Account-wide interface option settings. All right. Any other questions on add-ons?
I have one question.
Go ahead.
Not on add-ons though. I don't. Did you go over it? But is there a way to disable chat bubbles or no?
Yes,
there is.
The base
Just
game.
in case.
No. You're absolutely right. That is something that I missed. So someone might be really annoying. They're just pissing you off. They're spamming the chat, whatever. You can right-click. See this guy joining? Right-click, ignore. Do not be hesitant with your ignore list. Send it relentlessly, because you can always go to your ignore list and clear it. No problem. Okay? Ignore people. When it comes to chat bubbles, let me just type in chat bubble. My blind social. Block channel invites. You should absolutely do this, actually. Block channel invites. Where?
The first one. Show chat bubbles at the top.
Thank you. So, none. Or you can just do party chat. A lot of people, when they stream this game, they put their camera over the chat. That's kind of where the WoW viewers are used to streamers putting their cameras. So having chat bubbles is kind of nice, so they can see conversations you might have with people in the world. But if it's getting to be a problem, yeah, chat bubbles, exclude, just none. Turn it off, right? It can be a problem. So that's it. Moving on. We got a lot more to go over here. Hopefully we can move quicker. I don't want to overload you guys. Glossary. There's a bunch of different lingo that's going to go on. Not a big deal. You probably know what most of these are. LOS stands for line of sight. Very important. If someone's casting a fireball and you move behind a big building, the fireball will get canceled. You just LOS'd it. Dispel, removing buffs and debuffs, obviously. Petri is a level 50 flask that we would love to use at 60, but we probably won't have it. Dot, damage over time. Warlocks specialize in that. Enemies may dot you, and you'll take damage over time. AoE, area of effect. Mages specialize in this. Massive AoE damage. Cleave is hitting like... Cleave and AoE kind of go hand in hand, but it's more of the melee version. But it's like not full AoE. It's like 2 or 3 targets. Bis, best in slot. You cannot get better gear than that. It's Bis. The Bist is what we can say.
Bist.
It's Bist. Out of mana. You're going to get fucking used to that if you are a character with mana. Kiting is running away. Trying to like do damage while they can't hurt you. You should be kiting if you're a ranged person. Global cooldown, GCD. You can see the example. Even if spells don't have a cooldown, they have a GCD. 1 second. Shadow, everything's on GCD for the most part. Proc, random occurrence. Certain actions in the game can randomly activate other effects. So, procking something. Silence, CC, and kick. Crowd control, basically turning someone into a sheep is CC. Kicking is interrupting casting. You're not going to need to know. Oh, there's a video for us, actually. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen and just only share the PowerPoint so you can hear it. So everyone rejoin the screen share. Let's do this. There's going to be some example videos to show fuck-ups, etc. This one, we don't listen to the audio, but here we go. You can see he's locked out. It's a kick. This is dumb. Let's move on. Weapon skills and defense. All right. This is going to affect you early on in the game. So warriors specifically. Your race, you will not be able to use every weapon in the game. Let's say as an undead warrior, you're going to start with swords. You can use swords, and that's great. Awesome. But you have to level it up. So at level 1, your max sword skill is 5. At level 2, it goes to 10. Level 3, 15. And it keeps going up. But let's say you wanted to start, you found this really good axe. All right. As an undead, you do not start with the inherent ability to use axes. You will have to go to the vendor and you have to train it. It will cost 10 silver, which is a lot early on. And then your axe skill is going to be 1, which is the equivalent of trying to hit as a level 1. Even if you're level 30, your axe skill hasn't been trained. So you have to train your axe skill. It does not take long. It's not RuneScape. You can get your axe skill caught up to, let's say you're level 20 in like 5 minutes. But just so you understand how it works. There's even defense skill. If you're playing a mage and you never get hit, you actually train defense by getting hit. A lot of hunters who have leveled really safely and never have gotten hit end up in a bad situation, and they take so much damage because their defense hasn't been leveled up. That is a thing. You can see all of your different skills and whatnot in your character panel, but just warriors specifically, and hunters maybe, and people that are going to be using different weapons throughout, pay attention to your weapon skill and how all that works. Class trainers, spells, and deranking. I told you guys, every 2 levels, you get new spells. You get to go train. It costs money. They are expensive. A lot of your money is going to go towards training these spells. You can downrank them. So if you just have your rank 1 fireball as a mage, you get that at level 1. Obviously, it's going to do no fucking damage at level 60. So as you level, you're going to upgrade Fireball into rank 2, and then rank 3, and rank 4. This is for every single class. Downranking is when you use a lower rank on purpose. Again, this game is from 2004, and Blizzard was dumb as fuck. They had no idea how people would abuse these spell ranks. For example, Frost Nova does, let's just say it does 10 damage at rank 1. At max rank, it does 50 damage. No difference. But what Frost Nova does is it does this big AoE blast that roots people in place. There's really not a good reason to train higher ranks of Frost Nova. You should just use the lowest rank because it still does the same CC. It does have the same range. The only difference is the damage, which is completely negligible. You don't care. Frostbolt. You can downrank because the cast speed is quicker. It's a 0.5 second cast, but it still slows them by 60% for 4 seconds or whatever it is. So a lot of downranking can go on. A lot of you do not need to worry about this. Start worrying about this when you're level 20, okay?
Pretty nice for mana cost.
Yeah. Oh, Zara, you did a video on this. Good for him.
Hey guys, Zaryu here, and today I'm gonna answer one of the questions that
what
so
the
many
fuck
people
is this?
in the chat have been asking.
Hey,
so
that's
many
the guy
people
from
in the
TikTok.
Comments have been there. I'm confused.
So you see all his different spell ranks. He's got 4 ranks of arcane intellect. He's got 5 arcane explosions. Blah blah blah. There are some classes that should downrank some spells. If you are curious if your class should do it, ask someone who's good that's playing your class. All right, just figure it out yourself. But you shouldn't have to worry about this till level 20 ish. All right, next. Oh God, how do I?
Soda, can I just add something onto the rankings?
Mm-hmm.
So mainly for casters, when you go and upgrade your spells and you upgrade to like rank 2 fireball, you need to then replace rank 1 fireball with rank 2.
That's true. Again, the game is really bad. It doesn't auto upgrade your spells. So if you have a rank 1 fireball on your bar, like you see on the screen, and then you go train rank 2, it will not automatically upgrade your fireball. You will have to open your spell book and drag rank 2 fireball over rank 1 and replace it. What, Sardako?
There is an add-on called Ranker, and it will notify you if you're using a lower rank of a spell.
Whatever. You guys can figure that out yourself. Moving on. Open your spell books. Look at your shit. You can click this box. All right. Okay, macros. You shouldn't have to worry about this. However, to explain how they work, this video is not a good... This is how you not do it.
Don't freaking
It's not fucking AI.
What's this called? Corruption?
Hey, Benjamin Cumberbatch plays this?
Oh, this is not a filter, it's a name.
Real?
Pet attack on corruption. No. Corruption pet attack. Okay.
Just so you know, Soda, we can barely hear this video.
You can't?
There it is.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
If
you
right click on the stream
in Discord, you can actually turn it up.
No.
Yeah, I'm good.
For anybody who didn't know
Save.
Yeah. That is not how you make add-ons or macros.
Right in the box. Oh, okay.
Here we go.
When I cast corruption, also have the pet attack.
That's not how it works. There are some things like /cast space fireball. That would work. /use and then link the water in your bag. That might work. Don't worry about macros. Again, that's a level 20 thing I'd worry about. Get to 20 first and then care about it.
Just don't...
Next slide. Talents. Okay. So you get spells every 2 levels. Once you reach level 10, you will get your first talent point. And from then on, you will get 1 point every single level. Talents shape up the way your class plays and are very important. If you don't know how to use your talent points, ask someone in the Discord or use one of the guides here. Just ask someone in the Discord. Depending on what class you're playing, someone should help you out. If you're playing a shaman, I mean, you can level however you want, though. But there are better leveling specs. Like shamans should level as enhancement, but do whatever you want. Priest should level as wand shadow, I think, but do whatever you want, etc. All right, moving on. Vendoring and repairing. We talked about Leatrix Plus. It'll show you what you can safely vendor. With the little gold icon in the top left, if you see that, that's a Leatrix Plus add-on. Tells you it's safe to vendor it. You will need gold to repair your gear. Once your items start falling apart, there's the icon. If you need to repair, this is what it'll look like. Your little portrait on the far right. Yellow means almost broken. Red, broken. You don't get any of the armor. You don't get any of the stats. It's almost like you're not wearing pants anymore. All right. Professions. There are 9 primary professions and there are 3 secondary ones. You can only have 2 primary professions, but there is no limit to secondary. First aid is a secondary profession, and it is probably the best profession in the game when it comes to helping you in combat. So everyone should have first aid. To level first aid, you just need cloth. Cloth drops off of humanoids. Anything that's not, like a beast, they're humanoid. And you can turn that cloth into bandages. You should be actively leveling first aid. It's extremely good. This allows you to heal yourself in combat. First aid is mandatory in this guild. Do not undervalue it. Engineering is another really good profession. However, it is a primary profession. This allows you to make bombs and target dummies, which, can hold aggro and help you escape scary situations. If you're a noob, you should be mining and engineering, and your secondary profession should be first aid. If you really want to do another profession, you can. The other professions are things like tailoring, leatherworking, or blacksmithing. And then to farm materials for for leatherworking, you have skinning. For blacksmithing, you can get mining, so you can collect ore. Those are all primary professions. I'm sure your race leaders have assigned people. We do not need 1,000 blacksmiths. We should only need maybe 2 or 3 on each, because they can enchant everyone in the guild. The blacksmiths can make gear. We don't need 5 people making the same gear. But it's up to you. If you want to be the guild blacksmith, you can do it. But engineering will help you. I recommend as a new player, you go engineering, mining, and get first aid. There's also cooking. Cooking can make food. And if you eat that food for a certain duration, you will gain a buff. It's very nice. And there's fishing. You can fish up materials, which you can cook. All of those are secondary. Up to you. Look into professions. Find out what your, whole race is doing and see where you fit in. Important materials. Cloth, very good for first aid. Make sure you dedicate your cloth to leveling that. Enchanting. I'm sure your race leaders are going to talk. There's no race leaders. I'm sure your race is going to talk about it. In order to level enchanting, you have to disenchant good gear. At first, I'm sure everyone's going to be equipping those greens and whatnot, but later on, we're going to want to funnel those greens into an enchanter. Because we're doing guild self-found, we don't have the auction house. We're going to have to work together on that. And pearls and gems, you'll find these out of clams or maybe in special chests you find. Keep those. Not a big deal, but keep them. Food and water. At first, assuming you guys have all practiced, level 1 through 10, you have not felt Classic WoW yet. All of your regeneration in the lower levels is severely overtuned. On purpose. You're in the fucking tutorial. Later on, your passive regen is going to be terrible. In order to give yourself mana back, you have to drink water. In order to give yourself health back, you need to eat food or use first aid bandages. Both are good. You can buy these from vendors, but fucking get used to eating and drinking in this game. Next slide. Threat. You shouldn't have to worry about this while leveling, but I would like for you guys to understand the mechanic and kind of know how it works. Maybe if you're leveling with someone else. Threat is what is going to determine who the mob is going to attack. If you do more damage than person B, the mob will attack you because you are generating more threat. There are spells and things in this game that tanks can do that maybe don't do a lot of damage, but generate a high amount of threat. And we saw details, we downloaded it, or tiny threat. You can see who the top of the threat meter is. You need to have this for rating. So understanding it is good, but this is a late game thing mainly. But still, understanding the threat mechanic. Oh, fuck. All right. Spells. There are instant casts. The effect happens as soon as you press the button. Can be cast while moving. Instant casts are great. Channeled. A lot of you guys are going to have channeled spells. The way these work is they instantly start doing, maybe drain life. Every half a second you channel it, it will drain life and heal you and do damage. But if you get hit during it, it can make the channel not last as long. It'll interrupt it. Every other spell, here's a cast. It doesn't do anything until the cast is finished, like Fireball. Make sure that cast is done. We're going to talk about spell pushback. Perfect. Getting hit while casting a spell will prolong the cast. You'll probably notice this as a caster at level 1. Just so you know, that's how that works. Let's see what this video is.
I'm gonna fear this animal, of course. Can I ever? What the f is this?
That is spell pushback. It happens when people are hitting you. All right, solid video. Good example.
I'm gonna fear this animal.
Next, melee and ranged combat. Each time you use your weapon, you have to wait a certain amount of time. So we talked about your weapon swing timer. Warriors are going to want this. It's very important. There are effects that can increase or decrease your swing time, like troll racial, increases attack speed. You can't make this really, by spamming it over and over, toggling your attack, Dantes, you will not make it happen quicker. It takes a certain amount of time for it to go off. Simple as that. Parry. Your chance to nullify an incoming frontal melee attack. Only some classes will have parry.
Okay, can you stop dodging my fucking attacks? What is... Like, I'm close to being dead here. Am I dying to... No way. Okay, I mean...
It happens. That can happen. So there's miss, there's dodge, there's parry, and there is resist. All of these are RNG as fuck. You can see your percentages in your spell book. Parry is unique, though, because if you parry an attack, it will increase the swing timer of your next. So if you parry something as a warrior with a big two-handed weapon, you can make your next attack happen instantly. So parry haste is a thing. Very cool. Dodge has other effects, blah, blah, blah. Combat. Aggro range, running into other mobs. Let's look at Pops here.
Oh, shit. Looks like I'm going to be dead if I don't get the fuck out of here. I knew it. I should have... I'm sitting here reading guild chat and not paying attention. Oh, fuck no. God damn it.
So to pause the video, you can see that these mobs have red names. In your starting zone, all the mobs are for the most part going to be yellow. Yellow are not going to attack you unless you attack them first. Later on, that's going to change. Almost every mob is going to have red health or a red name. That means you get near them, they attack you. That mob was level 55. That was a guard for a horde city while he's alliance. So it aggroes from even farther away. Aggro range is very important. That's how that works. Days. So here's where we're talking about. If you were at the very beginning, people were mentioning days. This is why you need to be able to strafe. Let's watch the video and we'll talk more about it.
Don't daze me.
Fuck! I'm gonna die, man.
Help Durov! Anyone! Help Durov! Help me! Guys!
All right. So every single time he was slowed, that is a daze. Daze can only happen when if they hit your back, which is a chance to slow you down, to keep you from fleeing. If you strafe, like I talked about, it's considered hitting your front. So if you're running away from a mob, try not to show your back. Don't backpedal. Strafe. Backpedaling is you at that point you might as well be dazed. To give you guys an example. So that is the daze mechanic. Try to not show your back.
So in a situation like that, is there like a possibility he can run away, or is he just kind of dead?
No, he can run away. So mobs will not chase you forever. They will not. You can outrange them. Basically, you pull them. If you run, I don't know, 30, I don't know how many yards, 50 yards away, whatever, when you pulled them. And if you don't attack them, which would releash them, they'll just run away. And while you're running away, try to get out of that range as soon as you can. To do that, don't get slowed. Don't get dazed. Daze will also dismount you, but you can't get them out until level 40, so don't worry about that. But that's how daze works. Leashing.
Healing.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say healing and like buffing yourself will reset the leash when you're trying to run away also, which I think you were maybe about to say.
Does it?
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's anything that generates threat on the mob.
I don't think healing does.
Is it not faster
Actually,
to do?
yeah, healing does do it.
My chat is saying no.
No, there's no healing. If you stand still or if the mob stands still for 1.5 seconds, it resets the leash. That's probably why people think it's healing.
Yeah, if you stop,
or if you stand still and it hits you.
Sure, something like that. Fuck, the fact that I don't know this sucks. But basically, run away from the mob. If you need to heal, heal. But if you keep hitting it, that mob is never gonna run back. Now, let's watch this video. What?
Is jump kiting not faster than strafing?
No. Jumping does not increase your movement speed.
No. I mean, jumping, turning around midway so that they can't hit your back, and then as soon as you land on the ground, keep going forward.
No, that's fine. That's great. The more, the less back you show, the better. You don't want them to hit your back. You also can't dodge from the back. So if you have any dodge chance, so rogues, you're going to get a spell called Evasion. Gives you 50% increased dodge chance for like 10 seconds. That will do nothing if they have your back. Okay?
But this game is so old that when you jump, you maintain momentum with whichever way you are facing, the frame that you jumped from. So you can jump, and while you're in the air, fully turn around, and then it's kind of hard, but there's no shot that you can get dazed and you can dodge. And then you just keep doing that for a while and you're good.
Sure. Yeah. If there's a mob that has a slow and you jump and they apply the slow while you're jumping, you will finish the jump at the original speed you were running. Whatever. Minimum, but yes. All right. Let's see what this video of leashing is.
Okay, I heard him drink a potion. All right, target dummy. Okay, this is where he dies. Now I recognize this.
Okay, can someone please help?
Yep. So a lot of debate over that grenade. I don't know how these mobs actually work. Are they perma-leashed?
So I'm not going to watch this whole video, but basically these mobs are chasing him for so long. God, I look bad. Because he's releashing them. If he were to just keep running, not do damage, not do anything, they would just run away. I don't know if these mobs are like perma-leashed. I'm saying that in the video already because it's like more of a quest mob. But in general, if you're trying to run away, stop fucking attacking them. Just run away. Focus on that. Don't re-hit them, etc. Let's move on.
One real quick thing on that, because I got that advice, but I didn't realize you have to press escape physically to stop hitting them. So just so people know.
Oh yeah, turning off auto attack. Yeah, you gotta try to turn off auto attack.
Healing yourself does not reset threat, by the way. It doesn't leash.
Okay, so yeah, heal yourself all you fucking want. Don't stand still and cast a 10-second heal. Whatever. Moving on. All right, y'all will figure it out. You'll play the game and you'll learn things. All right, social aggro, fleeing mobs. If you are attacking, this is a unique one because it's going to use a cockroach. But let's say these are all humans, including the cockroach. If a human thing or a humanoid runs over to another humanoid, it will pull those humanoids. Finish your mobs off and kill them. In this video, this is going to show a cockroach. It's a unique, weird, gimmicky thing, but assume it's like a human. So look at the cockroach. That blurry-ass yellow bar is a cockroach. Literally. If you can see it there. And they don't notice it. And it's running over to those guys in the distance. That's a boss. Very scary boss. And there's the cockroach. You can kind of see it. Look at it. And it made its way all the way to the boss. And now the boss is coming in.
Oh shit, somebody fucking aggroed him. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
Oh no, that's not good, dude.
Now, you don't have to worry about cockroaches. This is like a late game thing. It's weird that cockroaches are able to do that threat. It's almost like a meme, but it is the truth. But this will apply while you're questing. If you're killing a humanoid and it tries to run away from you because it's low health, if he makes it to other mobs, he will call for help. It will work that way. So that's social aggro, so you understand. Let's close this fucking Jesus Christ. So bad at this PowerPoint. All right, fatigue. You shouldn't have to deal with fatigue. Fatigue is basically to keep you from running off of the map forever. Here's how it works. This is some random guy who is swimming out into the ocean. He left the border. Now he's going to have this fatigue bar start ticking down. Okay, let's skip forward to when it reaches 0. This guy fucking tabs back in and he realizes it. We'll see what happens.
So let me get this straight. So fatigue is basically world border.
Yes. So you can kind of tell where fatigue is going to start in the mini map. Notice the slight color change. My cam's covering it, but if you're looking at the Discord, it should be fine. The slight color change is where fatigue would start. In this case, wow, it starts really fucking early. His health is ticking down. Dead. He did not make it back. He could have Hearthstoned out. There's things he could have done instead of trying to run back, but yeah. That's the fatigue mechanic. Dangerous mobs. You shouldn't run into a ton of these, but you might. Your regular ass mobs are going to be like this guy in the middle left. There's no special border. It's normal. And you see how that number is yellow? That means it is within 2 levels of you. So if you're level 10, that means level 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 mobs are yellow. This is good. You like these mobs. These are the mobs you should be killing. If it's green, that means they're at least 3 levels below you. They're easy, and they're still worth XP. In some cases, you should be killing them. There's nothing wrong with it. Sometimes their quests will have you do it. That's fine. They just are lower level. And then gray means they're not worth any XP. Okay, the number 22 there. Red, 3 levels or higher above you. Scary. You shouldn't kill these if you can help it. I would avoid it. You don't get the most... It's not that beneficial to kill orange. Sorry, not red. Orange. But you shouldn't be fighting orange if you can help it. Skull means it's at least 10 levels above you. You're fucked. You will not kill it. I don't care what class you are. Unless you're like a sweat doing some cheese mechanic, you're not killing these guys. Stay away from them. And now the borders. These borders also have an effect. You won't see them very often. For the most part, you're just going to see this golden border. This is an elite mob. You will not be able to solo these unless you know what you're doing and know what to expect. You should be killing elites in a group. The silver border, it means it is a rare. It is a named mob. There are rares that run around in the Barrens, which is a zone a lot of you are going to be leveling in. They drop really good loot. If they have this wing, if you see this silver border up here, that wing means it's also an elite. So if it's a silver border and a wing, don't kill it. If it's just a silver border like this, it's not an elite. It's just a rare mob. Kill it. It's good XP. Oh, and it already talked over elite enemies. I just went through it. Anyways. All right. City guards and PvP flagging. We're playing hardcore WoW. This isn't a PvP server. You don't want to be PvP flagged. Especially if you're a bigger streamer. Someone will absolutely try and kill you if you're PvP flagged. When they PvP flag themselves, or if they attack you, they also flag themselves. So people try to, like, they don't want to risk their own character just to kill you. But if you're a big streamer, you're worth the risk. Things that can flag you is pulling these guards. We already watched this clip, but this is a horde town, and it's actually horrendously placed. Tons of Alliance die here because they just don't know that there's guards. When this guard hits pops, he is now PvP flagged.
Looks like I'm going to be dead if I don't get the fuck out of here. I knew it. I should have...
But it didn't matter because the guards themselves killed him.
Where should we look to avoid that as horde?
Oh, fuck. Honestly, I don't even know. You'll see
in the Barrens.
Yeah, I know there's some outrunners in the Barrens, but that's in the southern portion.
Aeon Swift Runner in the Barrens is a pack of 4 elites. That's where you're encountering
Oh,
your
yeah.
first flagging as well as death. More than likely South
Sure.
Barrens.
So there's random patrolling mobs that are considered PvP. Ashenvale is like a level 20 plus zone. There's alliance towns there. If you walk near them, you're scared. We're probably going to have another PowerPoint that's going to go over those unique and niche things. As you can see, this is a knowledge check. This whole game is a fucking knowledge check. It sucks ass. So moving on. Don't worry about that too much yet. Hearthstoning.
Noted. Thank you.
Yep. Hearthstoning. It's just teleports you back to wherever you set your home. Every single town that you go to will have an innkeeper. You can change your Hearthstone and you'll cast it and it'll take you to that innkeeper. It is a 1 hour cooldown. If you use rested XP, it will tell you when to Hearth. It does all that for you. If you're not, up to you. Yeah, just Hearth whenever the fuck you want. It's good to use. You'll see it in your bags when you first log in. Boats. This is another knowledge thing. There's boats and there's zeppelins, and these things basically just teleport you, but kind of in an RP way. So you'll get on the boat, it'll take like 10 seconds, you'll enter a loading screen, and then you'll teleport to the other side of the map. Knowing where these boats take you, etc., you can figure that out. You can see it with Leatrix, actually. Let me share my screen again with WoW. So re-tab in so you can look at it. All right. So if you want to figure this stuff out, Leatrix Maps, the add-on I had you guys download, will have these two little atlas-looking things. You'll click it. So this is a Zeppelin right here outside Org. Whoop. Click it. It takes you here. You see these atlases. This is probably the most commonly used one is the Zeppelin from Org to Undercity. Those are two big main cities. Undercity being the Horde city and Orgrimmar being the Orc city. Highly used. Then there's Gromgol, STV. There's Ratchet. You'll learn all of these. You'll get used to it over time. Don't worry about it. You won't have to use them too much early on. Actually, you might have to use Org to Undercity, but yeah. Moving on. Zeppelins, exact same thing. There's boats and there's Zeppelins. They're the same functioning. They just look different. You can board them from towers. They will transport you. What is this video?
Yeah, I think I need more point leather working before I can.
Here's a guy on the Zeppelin.
If you jump, does it carry you like back through the boat?
I think we can jump.
Oh wait, you guys don't hear this, do you?
Oh, I can hear it.
Can you guys hear this?
We can hear. Yeah.
I can hear it. Perfect.
The Undercity.
All right, I'm gonna go when you guys go. This might be dumb. That's pretty far drop.
Don't get fucking impatient on these things. Just wait for them to park. But I think this person's not going to do that.
See ya.
It'd be kind of funny if he did.
Oh my
God. He had
15 health, dude. I had 15.
Yeah, you do this, you're going to die. Just wait. Let's see.
Oh my God.
Just so you can see this.
Bro.
You can do that jump, that's fine, but this is where it parks. That is how Zeppelins and boats work. Right. Control F5. Moving on.
Yeah.
Flight paths. You're going to talk to flight masters in every single town. They're all kind of connected. You can fly to locations. Very important. You'll be using this a lot. It also costs money, which by the time later on, you're not going to care about the cost anymore. But early on, maybe you will. Probably not. You don't care about the cost. Common death causes. Okay. Let's get to the fun part. A bunch of fuck ups people tend to make. Let's just see what's on here. Fall damage. A lot of people die to this. This is the Night Elf starting zone. You won't have to worry about this, but good example regardless.
That takes me back.
No. I'm
Dead.
with it. No.
So, if you've never played WoW, you probably are not good at measuring whether or not a fall is going to kill you. Just try not to take too much fall damage. It adds up quick. Hyper spawns. Oh, look, it's a clip of me. This is going to be very common during fresh servers. So because there's going to be so many people playing, they're probably going to ramp up the respawn time of mobs. That can be very scary, but here's an example of it happening. I don't think I die here, but...
It'd be
See,
fun
it's
if
just,
you did.
yeah, two spawn. This is the starting zone. These mobs are extremely easy, no issues. Even as a warrior, you're completely fine. But if this was, you know, say a level 15 area, I'd be kind of sweating. You got to be really careful. Try not to go too deep into any like areas where mobs are spawning, because if you do, they can all spawn behind you, and that sucks. So I actually can't see how... I don't need to watch that. You see how they just both instantly spawn, though. Drowning. Let's see how drowning looks. So your breath... This functions just like fatigue. If your breath bar reaches 0, you're not dead. But your health will start ticking down. Look at the top left. Just so you guys aren't freaking out as your breath meter goes down. Don't worry. Your health is still fine for a bit. And you're dead.
Can you log out and log back in and get all your breath back?
I don't know. I don't think you can log out during that.
If you're an undead, you don't have to worry about this. They have a racial for it.
Well, you're not immune. No, it just doubles your breath as an undead. But all right,
No logs, no care.
hold on. Everyone,
be careful.
pay attention to this. Everyone, this is we're gonna have deaths. If you die like this, you're losing bonus points. Okay, this is Undercity. This is the undead city. Okay, their big capital. There are elevators. It is underground. So as you enter Undercity or leave it, you will go through these elevators. People die in these elevators all the time. So here's an example of someone dying.
No, yo, I'm stuck. Wait, am I fucked? Okay, I'm good.
They don't smush you.
Yo, what happens if it falls on me? Will I not die? Wow, yo. Wait.
This is the good part.
Dead.
Never gets old.
So to not die to that, go ahead.
Classic.
Like, what went wrong?
Okay, so what went wrong? First of all, she's sitting here spacing the fuck out on the elevator. Don't fucking do that. Get off the elevator. And then she decides to leave at the worst fucking time I've ever seen. Watch.
Wait.
So the game thinks she's now like in a leveled area, but the door closed right at that moment. This happens more than it should.
That's funny.
And now it's like she jumped off.
With you, Soda. That's a very dark location, and I could kind of see myself doing that with my vision issues.
You're excused.
If she didn't jump, would she have been fine?
Yeah.
No, I think she still would have died.
Down. No, she would have rode the elevator back down.
It depends on if her feet would have clipped the non-floor area. I think jumping...
a little lip there.
There's like a little lip. Listen,
if you're the
hey,
first person to die to this shit, they should just get kicked out of the guild.
Just get off the elevator and get on the elevator as soon as the doors allow you to. Okay? And try not to like clip any sides or anything. Just get the fuck on, doors open, get off. Don't be this and look at your chat with that door wide fucking open. This screenshot right here, this is why she's dead. That's it. It's very avoidable. Next.
All right.
Oh, there's a back door.
No, yo, I'm stuck.
Don't worry about that. Just don't fuck up the elevator. Layering. Holy fuck. Okay. As I said, there's going to be a ton of layers. All right. And that is because the population is going to be too high in these areas. There's not going to be any mobs. So they split everyone into layers. However, you can go to other people's layers when they invite you. So if you get invited to a group, you will join the layer of the person that invited you to the group. All right? There is somewhat of a cooldown, so you can't just spam layer hop. I think like after you layer hop, it's 10-minute CD. Something like that. I'm not sure. But here's an example of someone who joined a group and fucked up. Let's watch it.
Oh my god.
That quality is garbage. See if I can fix that. All right, let me go back to the beginning. So he's in combat. You cannot layer while in combat. Fuck. I broke it. Uh-oh. Oh.
Oh my god.
So he joined the group. So now the game is trying to layer him, but it can't happen. But it will happen as soon as combat leaves. Done. He's out of combat. So now the game is trying to layer him.
What's going on here? Did he the guild invite? Oh my god, I got the lucky pig. Let's fucking go. Let's go. I'm so lucky, dude. It took me forever. I had to kill like 4 of these motherfuckers.
On this layer, none of those mobs are dead.
No. It's not happening right now. Oh no. You serious?
He's going to Brazil.
Yeah, he's. That's,
oh my
that's
god, this is not happening right now, dude.
Dead.
No.
Yeah, he's renewing the leash there, guys, by auto-attacking. They would have stopped chasing him by now.
So that is how layering can fuck you. If you join a group, just remember, the game from now on is trying to bring you to the layer of the person who invited you. You don't want to be in an area where there's a bunch of corpses, because that layer that you're going to go to, they might all be alive and they might all surround you. Just be like, you can join layers all you want in the city. Who cares? Doesn't matter. You can do it on a flight path. You can do it when you know it's safe, where there's no mobs there. But layering is very scary. Be careful with that. Next.
Quick question. Does layering only occur when you're joining a group or joining with someone else?
Yes.
Okay.
For the most part, it shouldn't just happen randomly.
No, it absolutely can randomly happen.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
They made it so if you're in like a full layer, you'll randomly just get booted off of it.
That can happen, but it's pretty rare.
That is so rare that
collapse.
And you know what? If it's
I've
ever
experienced it twice.
That it happens randomly.
If it's ever going to happen, it's gonna happen tomorrow and the next week going forward, while the servers are filled to the fucking brim. So just be scared of layering. This game is full of bullshit. Layering sucks. It's never happened to me. Apparently it's happened to Fizz, it's happened to others, it's rare. For the only thing you really can control, though, is when you join a group, understand you are now making the game layer you. That is a thing. All right. Being a streamer can get you killed. Let's watch Payo.
Do this. Hey, boom! And boom! Yeah, and boom! Boom, boom! And boom! Have a nice one. Easy clap in the chat. Woo! Focus in the lair. Hey, how many global that were? It wasn't bad, wasn't it? Alright, Pixie, clip it. That was good. Wait, just drown?
I'm sorry. I'm very confused what happened.
Okay. This guy's playing 2 WoWs at the same time.
Oh.
He decided to alt-tab while he was underwater and do some little PvP on his different version of WoW that you guys don't have to worry about. So let's say Tyler 1 decides to queue a game of League of Legends. While leveling, he might tab back in and he's fucking dead. Don't be that guy. If you're gonna be out in the world, you are at risk of death. Mobs can come find you. At least have your game sound on. The fact that he has this muted so he doesn't even hear that he's drowning is so stupid. Anyways, being a streamer can get you killed. Next. Matgara.
Duel to the death.
Oh, sorry. I don't mean to interrupt. But when you're anywhere when you're in water, because this happened to me a couple of nights ago where I was like, didn't even realize it. I thought I was above the water. Make sure your mouth and everything is above the water because I just flat out died. So
Yeah,
make sure if you're near water, stay above the water.
I mean, the best thing to look at is just the health bar or the breath bar. It'll pop up in the top middle of your screen. Just make sure that breath bar isn't there. If it's there, it's because it's ticking down. And that means you can't breathe. But here's someone doing a Matgara.
Wait, is he gonna do it? Is that Smock? Oh wait, dude, he's doing it. Wait, this is actually a duel to the death. He actually did it. What? Oh my god, this guy's insane. Why would he do it? Why would he do it? Oh, he resisted. Oh god, wait. I'm playing this terrible. Wait, I'm gonna actually, dude, I'm gonna get in here. I feel so bad. He said it's over, question mark? Oh my god. He didn't even know. He didn't even know that.
Okay. Mock Garage are duels to the death. You don't gain anything by doing them.
Duel to the death.
Do not accept Mock Garage. Every viewer in this game is going to try and Mock Garage you for fun. Just don't do it. It is the biggest waste of time to no fucking avail, especially if you're a noob. Then I'm worried you're just dead and you start over. Like, do not do it for the content. It is a waste of time and no one cares. It's low-level PvP. It's unbalanced, stupid, and just dumb. Don't do it. Patrolling mobs.
Do I get something if I beat Tyler, though?
If you fucking mock Garage Tyler and both of you accept it, you are both being punished. I do not care who won.
You can block duels in Leatrix.
Yes, we went over. You can block duels so they can't even fucking request it. You should just have that on. It's a waste of time. All right.
Put it in the add-on.
So we talked about patrolling mobs, how there's randomly like mobs that are higher level than the zone you currently are in. In this case, the mob that kills this summit, by the way, is the same level, but it's like a boss. And he didn't have a unit scan. So let's see how it plays out. He's level 59, by the way. He's almost done. This is months of grinding.
This motherfucker has the golden cap, but shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. How do you even find that out?
Duskwing is a level 60 elite. He's dead.
So sad, man.
He's level 57. He was close to being done. That's it.
I'm dead.
It's all gone. Every bit of his, all of it, there's no rewinding time. It is gone.
0 in like 2 seconds. What happened?
That's unlucky.
It is unlucky, but is a level 60 elite. There are mobs that will be a higher level difference than this in like level 20 and 30 zones that you have to be careful of. You just stay up to wait.
If you ever see a mob that has a skull for a level, you will die instantly. Just run away.
And Summit had 11 days played on that character.
That's 24. It's not just 11 days. It is 24 hours, 24 times 11 of being on the game playing. That is playing time. So it is gone. This whole hardcore experience is about playing it safe as fuck. All right? Because one death, you're starting over completely. And it's not like a fucking league match where you're done in 30 minutes. This is months of grinding. One fuck up like that, it's gone instantly. You won't even realize it's hit you until that night, and you're going to cry to sleep. It sucks ass. I'm not even trying to be funny. Try not to die.
Just to clarify on that clip, did the bat thing, did it spawn in, or was it a Larry thing?
No, that's just patrolling
around that area.
So the unit scan add-on that we had you download is going to basically be like, ring, 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 like alert, like, hey, motherfucker, we detect one of these mobs is near you. Now, there's a situation where you could just layer in, and that mob could be on top of you and you just die. That would be really unlucky, but you should try to be, if you really care, hey, Eastern Plaguelands is where I'm currently leveling. What are the mobs I got to look out for? Oh, Duskwing is one of them. Maybe don't layer at all until you're back in the town, because you could layer into it and die. It's unlikely, like the zone is huge, but it can happen. Moving on. Escort quests. You shouldn't see a bunch of these escort quests a whole lot early on, but they're scary. You have to escort an NPC from point A to point B. They walk through hostile mobs. They don't care. They walk in a straight line. And during the escort quests, there is scripted moments where mobs come in. So you could get bad RNG where scripted mobs come in and it walks through other mobs, equaling a pool as big as this one. So he's escorting the chicken to his right. This is around level 47. He clearly has the error speech toggled on.
Oh my god.
You see, he just ran away, and now he's not going to die. Running away can be your best friend.
No.
So, escort quests can be very spooky. Don't fuck with them. I think your first escort quest might be like level 15-ish. You don't have to do it, but you might run into them. This is how it can go wrong. How the fuck do I go to the next slide? Is that it?
All right.
Hold on. Oh, that's it. Okay, and that's the whole shebang of PowerPoint. Let me tab back into WoW. Stream WoW. So you're going to log in. Hopefully you have all of your settings done. You're going to start questing. Try not to die. Viewers are going to be annoying. It's going to be really populated. The proximity voice might be fucking broken because we're all in the same zone at the same level with 500 layers. It's all going to fuck up. The beginning of the game is going to be rough. But I want to end on one note that the point of this is to have fun. It's going to be stressful. But even if you suck ass and I'm going to be yelling at you, it doesn't matter. Who cares? This isn't a guild for sweats. This isn't a guild for Sardako clearing Molten Core for the 80th time. No one gives a fuck. This is a guild for you guys and people that are probably a little better, I'd say, because this is like the bottom of the barrel we're talking. We want.
What are we gonna do, Molten Core?
I would hope so.
Nice. Okay,
What's
that's
the name of the server we're joining tomorrow? You said it was new, so.
Well, yeah, we don't know the name of it, but it's going to be the hardcore. Doom Howl?
Doom Howl is a new name of the server tomorrow. They changed it from Slipcock to Doom Howl.
Okay, so we're going on Doom Howl. The only other thing I wanted to say, and I wanted to give you guys a bit of a guide, but I'm not going to be able to. There's 2 more add-ons that are required. These are not optional. These are required because they're going to set all of the rules for us where you can't trade. You're going to have to manually install those. So they won't, one of them may not be on CurseForge. You're going to have to go into your WoW folder. You're going to have to find your add-on folder and drag the file in. There will be a guide. And it will be in the Discord. There will be a channel of add-ons guide, I'm sure. The add-on will be in there for everyone to download it. And it'll tell you how to put it in. And then aside from that, yeah, log in and just start leveling. When you get a guild invite from OnlyFangs or whatever our guild name is, accept that. Do not accept other guild invites. And that's it for the most part. I think. If there's any questions.
ETA on the add-ons that are exclusive to our stuff? On when those will be in the Discord?
Say that again?
Do we know when the add-ons we need to add through the folder thingy will be available?
No. Before the servers launch tomorrow, I'd say.
Okay.
Another thing. So right now we are doing a merch competition for all of the races. If you guys, a lot of you probably haven't been looking at the Discord, but it is quite active. Your race has a channel, and you've been discussing shirts. We're gonna basically, each race is going to come up with a design. We're gonna sell the merch, and it's going to be money going to charity. The winning race is going to get bonus points, and we'll see what everyone comes up with. I'm not sure. You can take help from viewers, blah, blah, blah. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing anything. Oh, another thing. Starforge is going to be giving away PCs throughout this whole thing. So a lot of you guys could just win a free fucking computer, depending on what events you win, or point leader, blah, blah, blah. They put that in. Yazpad, I have not given enough credit to. He has worked on the point system add-on. That's going to be functioning. As a new player, you guys don't have to worry too much about the point system. Your job is to try not to die and have fun. Don't do anything crazy. And then Mocktail has worked on the voice, or the proximity voice add-on. Great job on that. Novak and all of them have managed other behind the scenes. Fuck, am I missing anything? I know I fucking am. I know I missed things on the last meeting and I fucking hated myself. Trying to think of other stuff.
Did you talk about when you can right click? Wait, there's no PvP on the server, right?
No PvP. You avoid that at all costs. This is a PvE struggle. Caves.
Only once.
So caves are scary. We didn't talk about it. I shouldn't have to show you guys examples necessarily, but throughout this game, there are an insane amount of caves. Almost all the time, you're going to be going towards caves. I'm not saying avoid them and never go in caves, but be extremely careful because there's only one way in and one way out. So if mobs spawn behind you, you have to fight your way out. If you need to run away from a fight, you very well may not be able to. So be very careful of caves. You shouldn't be too scared early on. Level 1 through 10 is basically a tutorial. Depending on what race you are, as soon as you leave the starting zone, so in this case, if you're looking at my screen, this right here, this is like leaving the starting zone. As soon as you cross this, it's a little spooky. Let's go to Undead. Undead, you spawn over in Tirisfal. Where the fuck is it? There it is. As soon as you leave this area, you can just see that like the starting zones are surrounded by mountains. You're very safe in here. These mobs are weak and pathetic, and your regeneration is extremely high. And Taran, you spawn in Mulgore, which is here. You start here, this path right here. You're surrounded and you're very safe. As soon as you go past that line, lock in. It's scary. For you guys, it's scary, yes. I'm trying to think if there's any other questions. Anything else we want to go over?
My chat's saying the what is his name again? The it's in the whatever forest in the
Son of
Undead zone.
Arugul.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay. This applies to every race. Oh god, it's actually earlier than I thought. Son of Arugul. We talked about mobs that will patrol and kill you. For some godforsaken reason, Blizzard decided to add patrolling level 25 elites, maybe level 27, something around there, in a level 12 zone. So you will be level 10 even. Let me see if I can find it. It is here. Silver Pine Forest. This entire area. Look at all this red. That is Son of Arugul. It is a patrol. There's multiple of them. It's not even a rare mob. There's like 5 of them. Just walking around, and you're level 12, you're dead. If they fucking get on you. So watch out for Son of Arugul as soon as you start questing in this area. In Tirisfal Glades. Undead will definitely be going there.
On the
go ahead.
On the caves things, it's not always a cave. There's a bunch of like pseudo caves, like castles for orcs and trolls early on, and then like little ravines or chasms that seem very open, but there is still one way in, one way out.
He's
So
right.
if you see a place like that, just probably don't go in it very deep.
Just always think about your exit. All right, and always remember mobs will respawn. They are on a respawn timer. So if you're going in killing mobs and that's how you got in, you have to get out killing mobs. That's your way out. That's it. It's a lot of people die that way. A lot of you new players, check the announcements in Discord and scroll up. There should be some messages from Volps. We're not going to talk too much about it, but that is very important for you to check. What'd you say? I think that's pretty much it. You can ask guards for points of interest. So if you're in the Orc City, Orgrimmar, you can talk to guards. See, I have an add-on that shows me where the innkeeper is, a vendor, dungeon, flight master. But if you don't have that, you're like, hey, where's my class trainer in Orgrimmar? You can ask a guard. And you say class trainer, and it'll take you there. It'll show a little flag on your map. So mage trainers, there'll be like a little red flag showing that there's a mage trainer in the Valley of Spirits once you do that. So overall, just you'll learn the game as you play. Go ahead.
On the note of leaving the starting zone, within the starting zones, the mobs actually run at a slower pace, so mobs will speed up. So it gets a little. Be ready for that jump. It'll be harder to run away.
You're right. Mobs gain movement speed. It becomes more difficult to run away. One thing, again, try to get your movement keybinds down and plan kind of ahead of where you want to bind stuff. Most people, if you look at my WoW stream right now, like to bind a lot of their like damage dealing stuff on their main action bar here. And then they put big cooldowns that are important and stuff right here, right above them. And then you can put other stuff like you need to hit it once every 30 minutes over here on the bottom right. And then maybe you want to put food and water on your bar. You throw that on the far right over here. Okay? So drag, move your spells. Don't just train them and accept wherever the fuck the game has put them automatically. Move them around, personalize it, think about the future, give good key bindings that you have no problem hitting to spells appropriate. And aside from that, again, you guys are gamers. Most of you, some of you, God, I don't know. You'll learn yourself. You know, you're not some empty husk. You'll figure things out on your own, I'm sure. And that's pretty much it. Any other questions?
What's up, dog?
Oh, I just remembered something. Nameplates. Okay. Nameplates are important. Right now I have nameplates turned on. So let me find an enemy. There's friendly nameplates and there's enemy nameplates. Friendly nameplates is like this guy, this random gnome walking around. See his little blue health? I hate having that on. So I turn that off, personally. But then enemy nameplates, you should always have them on. This is an enemy nameplate. Yellow. You can see there's one person here. You should have enemy nameplates turned on. You should keybind it. It will be under keybindings. And I bind it to I, or something that you don't need to hit in combat. You should never really have to hit it. Whatever you want to bind it to, it shouldn't be a good key binding. And that's it. I think that should be everything. If you have any questions, there are people in the guild that can help you with more specific stuff. You're welcome to level on a non-hardcore server and just limit test your character, but that's boring. Just level on hardcore, fuck up, die, go again. I'm gonna yell at you, but it's all memes. Who gives a fuck? Have fun.
Did you want to go over threat?
Not necessarily. I slightly went over threat, but you know, this is for people that are just trying to level. You shouldn't have to worry too much about threat early on. Just know if you're doing more damage, you are generating more threat. Also, healing does generate threat. There's a lot of instances where like someone does a very big pull and then you start healing the person that pulled all of them, you will aggro all of them. And this person doing damage doesn't have any way to like do AoE damage. But your healing does AoE threat because they're in your combat table and then the healer dies. So healing does generate threat. It's not a ton, but because it's hard to do AoE threat, the healer tends to pull threat in AoE fights, especially early on when no one has any spells.
Also, healers and mages are like any cloth wearers are more squishy than the rest of them because we wear cloth.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't go over armor. Warriors, you're going to be wearing mail. Hunters, you wear leather. Rogues, you can wear leather. You should always equip, well, not always, but most of the time equip the highest tier that your class can equip. So, like, mages cannot wear mail armor. They wish they could, but they can't. They have to wear cloth.
STV Gurubashi Arena.
Same with
This
priests.
is
Yeah.
a random question. So I assume rogue can equip like leather or like cloth. What is their difference between the two besides like cloth just being
Armor.
probably less?
Cloth is less armor. Stats, you will not find gear that has stats on it until around level 10-ish maybe. And then you'll start getting some greens, and those greens might have agility or strength. As a rogue, you're going to want agility. As a warrior, you're going to want strength. As a mage, you want intellect. So 1 stamina is plus 10 health. 1 intellect is plus 10 mana. And agility gives you, a little bit of crit chance, a little bit of attack power. It's all pretty gimmicky. Once you reach level 10, you should start focusing on stats if you can. But for the most part, just clothies wear cloth, leather, or rogues and hunters wear leather, and druids, and shamans, and warriors wear mail. That's pretty much it. I was watching, I think it was Dante's. He turned in his first quest, and he was confused as to whether or not he should get cloth gloves or a cloth cloak. Everyone wears a cloak. Cloaks can only be cloth. Keep that in mind. So yeah, even warriors wear cloth cloaks. But everything else should be mail. Unless you find something that's leather and has really good stats on it, then yeah, you should wear a leather chest that has stats over a mail chest that doesn't have stats, as an example. I think that's pretty much it.
Where's the add-on about the whole points thing, or is that not out yet?
So that is not out yet. That's going to be in the Discord. You can download it. There will be a guide on how to manually install the add-ons before launch. You have to have that add-on. You cannot play the game without it. So this add-on is going to prohibit you from trading with anyone outside of the guild. You can't accidentally trade someone. A lot of you guys are going to be like, oh, this viewer's trying to give me... You cannot accept anything from anyone outside of the guild. This add-on will prohibit you from even accidentally doing it. So when you first log in, don't accept trades from anybody until you get the add-on and until you get into the guild. Which we should have the guild up and running relatively quickly.
Did it get posted in announcements how to install this new add-on? You have to, like, drag the file in, right? Like it's like a manual.
You're going to have to open the file, so you'll have to open up World of Warcraft folder, interface, add-ons, and then you just have to drag the file right there. That's it. You're done. It's not complicated, but you do have to do that. It won't be as easy as CurseForge, just hitting install.
No, you can find it easy in CurseForge. There's 3 buttons that you can go directly to your WoW folder.
That works too. Whatever gets you to your WoW folder and you put it in the add-ons folder, just put the file there and the file does everything else.
Are the rules somewhere, Soda, that we're following for the guild?
They should be, I'm sure. Yeah, there's a rules tab in Discord.
The rules tab on the Discord says you can get gold and bags from viewers.
That's from the last OnlyFangs. It hasn't been updated. Yeah,
Not
that's from
what you just said.
2023.
Yeah, that's an old rule. We got to change that.
Free viewer gold, easy peasy.
Does the no trading thing prevent you from getting like water and mage food from someone that's not in the guild?
Yep.
Okay.
You cannot get anything. There is no way anyone outside of the guild can give you anything. You are prohibited from it.
Even in practice runs, if I'm running with somebody, I'm like, nope, don't trade me. I'll trade.
I don't care what you do in practice runs.
Yeah, let's just hope all our sweaty undead mages don't end up dying to noob stuff.
Yeah.
And then we'll have water to pass out.
So, any other questions?
What time do we start tomorrow?
So, the servers go live, although they're supposed to go live at 2 p.m. CST. Is that right?
2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern.
So,
4.
Sure, 4 p.m. CST. So same time as this meeting is when the servers are supposed to go up. But it's fucked. It's a big launch. There's a lot of people trying to play. We don't know how the servers are going to be. It wouldn't be the first time if it got delayed 1 hour. Not to mention there also might be a queue to get in. The servers might be so packed that you're going to have to wait an hour before you're in. Try to be there at 4 logging in. Be one of the first people in so you're not waiting on queue.
I got a question.
Go ahead.
Is there a cap on the in-game racism that we can do?
Yes, there is. If you're trying to like role play and be fucking racist, just know where the fucking line is, okay? There's also a lot of people in this guild that are PG streamers, but I think they've accepted that people are going to cuss and swear. But don't cross that line where it's like, hey, don't make people uncomfortable. You know,
that's funny.
Question.
Sure.
There's a lot of people in this call here that suck at the game, and they're gonna need help. Can you explain to them what would be too much help?
What do you mean by that?
Level 60s helping out level 5s?
There will not. That will not be a thing because it's a fresh server. But yes, you are not to be receiving help. If you're killing mobs and viewers are helping you do it, at first, I understand because there's so many viewers and they're everywhere and you can't do much. Once you get out of the starting zone, ask people, literally say in /s chat, hey, can you guys stop helping me? Thank you. And you type that. If they keep helping you from there, you can report them. It is considered harassment. If they are forcefully helping you, you can get them in trouble. As long as you ask in-game, because they're not going to review your stream. I think Blizzard GMs are not allowed to use streams as evidence. But as long as you type in chat asking them to stop helping you, and you ask like 2 or 3 times and they won't stop, then report them. They will get in trouble.
Is it cool to group up with like just random people for the sake of like getting a quest done?
Yeah,
like,
you
choke
Question.
point
I
stuff.
just want
or-
a clarification on that for like named mobs like Yarog and shit in the beginning. If we have to like wait in a queue
yeah,
with
that's-
everyone else,
that's
or like
fine.
can we just group up with the people around us?
So the beginning of the
Yeah, I
servers,
figured that's cool.
For the beginning of the servers, there's going to be so many people that like there's say a boss. You got to kill big boss, big boss ogre. You have a quest for that. And there's like 50 people all trying to kill this guy, and they kill him instantly because he spawns. Yeah, you can group up with people because it's not a challenge to kill it. There's like 50 people in the area just trying to get the first tag on this boss. And if 5 people are in a group and you kill it, all 5 people get credit. I'm completely okay with you doing that as long as like, you weren't able to do it solo. Yeah, sure. Join a group. Just get through it. The beginning of the server is so dumb. Anyone who plays this game, the beginning is so stupid. But there's no way around it.
So it's okay to party with people like your friends and stuff that maybe aren't in the guild and just like do objectives
Just get
with them.
the quest done. But as soon as you're able to like, quest in peace, I would prefer if you only group with guildies.
Okay.
I would prefer you don't group with randoms out in the world. Unless it's just to get a quest done really quick and it's like not a hard mob. It's not going to be a struggle at all. It's just a matter of like, hey, we're waiting on this guy to respawn and we can both get credit for killing it and then we can move on and go our separate ways. Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that. And then
are we gonna put a cap on max levels for dungeons?
Yeah, we probably are. We'll take like the average level of a dungeon. Let's say the dungeon's level 20. Like, you cannot bring people above level 20. Even though you can go in at level 22 and at like Wailing Caverns, like that's completely fine. We'll probably say if you're going to invite a random, the random has to be kind of the lower end when it comes to levels. So, but that's late game. We'll probably have a PowerPoint or another guild meeting by the point most of you guys are doing dungeons. And also, there should be so many guildies available that you should only be doing dungeons with guildies. Any other questions?
All right, genuine question. So, as somebody who's never played WoW, what are my chances of getting to 60 without dying once? Because that's my goal.
Low, but possible.
Right.
One other thing you guys can do.
Rab almost did it.
I recommend you guys go to a YouTube channel called Hardcore WoW Deaths or Hardcore WoW. What is it called? Anyone know what it's called?
Hardcore WoW moments.
Hardcore WoW moments, and it basically
classic hardcore moments.
fucking just type in Hardcore WoW Deaths, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know.
It's classic hardcore moments.
God, I don't care. You go to that YouTube channel, and every single day a video is posted, collectively taking all of the streams of people playing Classic WoW and compiling them into a daily dose of Hardcore WoW moments. There's a lot of deaths in those videos, and you can learn a lot from them. Sometimes you'll see people that are level 60. I don't know how they got there. You will not understand how they did it with how horrendously bad and they bought their account maybe. Some of them are leveling naturally, though. They're level 51 out in the world. I don't know how they got to 51. If those fuckers can do it, so can you guys. This is a knowledge game. Any other questions?
Will the guild achievements be automated, or do we have to manually track them?
Automated. There's a couple things that'll have to be manually tracked, but none of you have to worry about that. You just download the add-on and play the game.
Also, speaking of that add-on, because I don't know if we got a clear answer in the Discord, but I know a couple people, including myself, are going to be traveling for Thanksgiving, but still playing on our laptops. Do we have to do something so it doesn't break it?
Just download the add-on on your laptop and then log in. Just before you log in on any other computer, if you want to play on a different computer, download the add-on first. Before you log in, do not log in without the add-on of like our OnlyFangs add-on. You have to have it installed before you log in. If you don't, we might get pinged. Actually, I think we will get pinged. It's not the end of the world. I'm just going to ask you, hey, what the fuck's going on? Why are you logging in without the add-on? I got pinged. And we'll figure it out from there. Like, oh shit, my bad. Okay, yeah, don't do it again. Download the fucking add-on. Don't ping me for no reason, please. If you're going to play on a laptop during Thanksgiving or whatever, download the add-on, put it in the fucking folder, then log in. You're fine.
Thanks.
I think that should be mostly it. You can still ask questions. There are some people who've been playing this game for 20 years. Ask them. They have nothing better to do. They would love to help you. Absolutely. So ask them if you have any questions. No jump in. Everyone, we've got until tomorrow. I have a troll guild meeting after this for the trolls. A lot of you already had an orc guild meeting. I think there's been an undead wood. I don't know if a Tauren one is happening. Get with your races and just focus on having fun. And I just really want to pound in, this is not a sweat guild. You are more than welcome if you suck ass. We prefer you over the sweats. You are more fun. You just are. So I'm going to yell at you, but it's okay. I don't mean it. It's all memes. I'm just kidding, and I'm not actually upset. Have fun. Have a good time. And just tomorrow's the game. So get ready.
Thank you, Soda.
Thank you for this
Great.
meeting.
All right.
Enjoy your life.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. See you guys tomorrow. Trolls.
Sounds like an abusive relationship.
Trolls.
Thank you. Trolls.
Okay. Let's see how many fucking trolls come in here.
Hello.
Wagwan.
All right.
Wagwan, man.
Guan, whatever the fuck.
I
don't-
Put some effort into it.
Hey, man, welcome to the meeting, man.
Welcome to the meeting, brother.
Yo,
man. Everyone got tons of weed for this, right?
Yeah, this is going to be the edible group.
Hi, guys.
Yes.
All right.
Yo.
Fellow
Made it
trolls.
time on
This is not going to be as fun as the orc meeting. It's not going to be as boring as the undead meeting. I have places to go, and I just want to make sure we get this set up and going. I'm not going to make myself a race leader. I hope someone else steps up as the troll race leader at some point. However, who the fuck said that?
Poke can do it. Poke will do it, he said.
What about Espan?
Wait, Poke's in here?
Wagwan, my fellow
There was a few people saying I should do it, but
Wagwan.
that's just what I
So-
heard.
Wagwan, mayut.
Hey, fuck. Listen, we'll play it where it lands. We'll see what happens. But the one thing that I want us to get, knocked in are professions. Okay? So in this game, you don't need everyone to be an enchanter. In fact, we prefer if you weren't, because we would like to funnel all of our mats into an enchanter. We don't need a ton of blacksmiths. We don't need a ton of leather workers. If you really want to do it, fucking send it. Absolutely. But I would like for us to have a main enchanter. That is huge. And I know Vicky wants to do it, and she plays a priest, which is the ideal class to do it on, because she's also going to do tailoring, which is good for it. We need someone who's going to do blacksmithing that can make the rods, so she can level up enchanting and enchant everyone. Who here wants to be a guild blacksmith? Or at least the troll blacksmith?
DG volunteers.
No.
Yeah, Thiji said he would.
Who said that?
DG Higuri.
BG Higuri. Okay. You are going to be a blacksmith. Your job is to make sure you actually level it up. If you need materials for anything, and we need your blacksmithing higher, we will work together to try and get your blacksmithing up. You need to make the high-level enchanting rods. Our enchanting is gate-kept by your blacksmithing. Okay? It's very
I understand.
Got it. Okay. Do we want a guild skinning leather worker?
I'm going to be doing skinning, and I'm not doing leather working, though. I was just going to do double gathering.
Yeah, I was gonna do double gathering too.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
think
I can do leather working if you guys want, since I'll be a hunter anyway.
That's
You can
fine.
sit and-
Leather work.
Yeah.
I don't think
I'm
leather
a troll
work is-
hunter, so I can take skinning and herbalism.
I don't think leatherworking is really that big of a deal until late game. Let's assume we're farming Devilsar. So late game, what I'm just trying to what you're preparing for as a guild leather worker, we're gonna probably have to funnel mats into you to farm to make pre-raid bis Devilsar. That's essentially what your job will be. I don't know what else leather workers do. Maybe I'm missing stuff here.
Reinforced armor.
Yeah, but we have an enchanter.
True.
Is there the fire resist gears?
I'm willing to sacrifice.
Oh no, that's engineering. I was gonna say parachute cloaks. Hide of the Wild is a big deal. And yeah, Onyxia scale cloaks. I think you have to make those. So later on, we're going to be farming Onyxia. You're going to have to skin Onyxia, and you'll have to make Onyxia scale cloaks. You'll have to make I think you make the hell out of those. So that's what who is it? So we have the name?
I mean, I said I could walnut.
Walnut? Okay. You're
Yes.
locked
I
into
think
leatherworking.
we're gonna have multiple anyway, though. So
But
You're gonna
will
want
you
to
fucking survive. But will you survive? is the
exactly.
question.
That's why I don't mind a couple.
I
I would
can't.
say
die.
do it, Todd.
Viki wants to do enchanting and I told her you have to sit. Who said that?
I was gonna say I'll do alchemy and herbalism. I always do those.
Those are good. You can't have too many alchemists and herbalists. Those are great. Your job is going to be just to mail potions out. All right. If you want to trade people, that's great. But you're going to want to look at the troll list and say, hey, I can make this agility potion, this strength potion, this health per second potion, and just mail stacks of 5 to everyone throughout the guild. Of course, prioritize the trolls. But we are still a guild, but priority number 1, trolls. They're going to have their own shit. Alchemists, we talked about blacksmithing, tailors, bags. I know Viki is going to be doing tailoring, but you can't have enough of those. If you want to do tailoring, awesome, send it. And just like the potions, just mail bags out or trade them to people, which is great. Enchanters, I know Viki's doing. Anyone else want to do enchanting?
I was thinking of doing it haunted.
Okay, what's up, man? If you want to do enchant, it's good. What that's going to include is you know the game Hotted, so you already know what it is. But for those of you that don't know it, the enchanters are gonna be in the town a lot or wherever. In order for them to level up enchanting, they have to enchant things. Now, typically when you have the auction house unlocked, you just buy gear and you just enchant some random trash. Who gives a fuck? And then you vendor it because whatever. In this case, we don't want anything to go to waste. They are looking for people to enchant their gear, okay? Because they need to level up and they have the mats, but they don't want to enchant some random gear and then vendor it. They would love to enchant your shit. So they might be in the town, or you might just message them and say, hey, got any enchants available? Hey, yes, I fucking do. You're helping them. They're helping you. You might need to run to them. That's usually how it works, is you run to the enchanter and they'll enchant your stuff. If you have any greens that you find or any gear, at first, mail it to people, the appropriate class that can use it. Say, hey, I found this fucking green staff. It's crazy, good for leveling. Send it to a warrior and they can utilize it, or whatever class. Or this chess piece. Later on, though, when we're not as dependent on these, like we're getting greens that are garbage and we don't need, mail them to the enchanters so they can disenchant it and get mats. Okay? Aside from that...
What would be a good profession to pair up with enchanting?
Tailoring.
Tailoring? Okay.
Because you can find linen from farming humanoids, right? And you can also make a bunch of tailoring bullshit, and then, yeah. The other thing, enchanters, so Hotted, Viki, I think she already knows this, but you should know too. You're going to have to make wands. Wands are insane for all casters that can use them. The level 5 wand specifically, even the 13 wand. So you're really trying to power level enchanting, get that shit up, and then mail it to everybody. All right?
Hey, mailing's instant now, right? Mailing's instant.
I think
it's only instant if it's on your account. Yeah, I was gonna say, Soda, this is Winky. Tomorrow, I'm gonna rush wands as fast as possible, and I'll be in Razor Hill. Just come trade me whatever linen cloth you have, and I'll give you a wand.
Echo.
Oh, Julie, you're echoing.
It's Julie, yeah.
3 people are doing that. Winky, you want to do it? Viki wants to do it. Sure. If so, linen. I got it. Someone's echoing.
Just mute Geely. Mute Geely.
Dude, who's echoing?
I muted.
Fucking
So you're gonna get a bunch of linen.
Everyone relax.
So you guys need to level first aid. Do your thing. Make sure you get all your first aid level up because that's very important. When you start getting extra linen, you don't need this anymore. I would say let's send it all to Viki or Vey. We'll see what her name is. Winky, if you want to do it too, you can. We'll see who ends up there. But I've already told Viki she can do it, and I know she's going to be on a bunch. So I'm confident in her ability to do that because enchanting is very important. I cannot do it because I'm going to have to do blacksmithing engineering as the tank.
Can we just get this out the way? I'm going priest also, and she's going priest. Am I getting any loot?
No.
No.
Priest too, Paul. What's your point?
Did you just ask if the guild leader is going to not...
We're playing priest to die to give her loot.
Is she more important than me?
Yes.
He loves you. I swear he loves you. I swear.
I'm a priest too, Poke. What's your point?
All right.
Okay. So
Good luck, good luck
There's too
surviving.
many
Vane.
priests.
So
I'm also a priest.
Me too.
Everyone relax.
we have
Wait,
a
how
lot
many
of
priests
fucking
do we have?
priests. A lot.
the hell?
Christy has a troll.
And that's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm
To
warrior.
be honest.
All right.
To be fair, I was gonna go heals though. How many priest heals are there?
Me.
Yes.
Me.
Most.
Oh wait, Bear, how many
All of
priest
them.
non-heals are there?
I was told we weren't allowed to not heal.
You can play whatever spec you want.
I'm playing mage because I can't play druid, so I'll play mage.
There you go.
Wait,
All right.
do we have that many more priests? And I can
It's a
go
lot
shaman
of-
as well. Still,
It's a lot of priests, man.
And
We're gonna
there's
need
like,
the
like,
water.
there's like no
We
hunter.
got a
guy.
lot of everybody, man.
Poker, you seriously gonna
Everybody,
pipe
man,
down?
is a priest.
We got a Talion man here.
Holy
Pipe
power,
the
man.
fuck down, Axion. Pipe down.
What a dad.
What about warriors? Mom?
Yeah,
Um,
I'm a warrior.
So everyone else, unless you're locked in as one of these like professions or whatever, doing it. If you want to do it for fun, hey, do it. It can be fun to make potions, and I'm actually jealous. I love doing that, and it can make for some great RP or just giving potions to someone in the world. It can feel really fun. I don't want to stop you from doing that. If you're not doing any of those though, engineering mining, it is extremely useful. If you're playing a warrior, you should play engineering mining without question. That's what you should be doing, especially while leveling. So that's the profession side of things. We're gonna have, I guess we'll probably have a Google Doc of who's doing enchanting and blacksmithing. But for the most part, extra cloth that you have, once you've got your first aid up, all of that you can send to the enchanters, okay? Because they can use it.
Does herbalism have that healing passive in classic?
No.
Later on.
No. Okay.
EBC.
Soda. Do you,
Yes.
do you know if
There's no passives,
the
right?
guild add-on stops you from using the mailbox though? Because
It does.
I know it's the guy that made it does.
Yep.
So, oh, okay.
Well, no, you can use the mailbox, but it will not allow you to receive mail from people outside of the guild. It will block it.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can send
'cause
mail
it-
to
'cause
anyone, but you can't receive
Yeah.
from anyone.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so you will not fuck that up. You are fine. I think that's
banking characters.
okay. You are not allowed an alt in the guild as a bank. You are not allowed a bank alt, period, basically, until you get level 60. Once you are level 60, we will allow you to have a bank alt in the guild. This is because we can only have 999 members in the guild. So once you're 60, you then unlock an alt that gets invited to the guild. Once they're invited to the guild, obviously you can mail to them and trade whatever with them. Just like SSF in that sense. So be really careful with your bag space. Everyone with professions, utilize your banks because you don't have an alt.
Do you think that maybe we could have like racial alts?
What do you mean?
Like the trolls can have like a bank alt that we all send our stuff to.
That would require a ton of trust.
So like a
real.
guild, basically like a guild bank for the
You have to
trolls.
trust me.
Yeah, I can do that.
Actually, I can do that too.
I was gonna volunteer. I was gonna
That is
volunteer.
a-
if you guys wanna
Here's the
send
thing.
some
That
in.
is a solid idea, and that could be very funny. However, I do like people having to manage their inventory. I like that being kind of a part of the game while you level, utilizing your bank and whatnot. So no alts until you're level 60.
Sure.
Like,
he meant like a person, like a bank person.
What do you like? One person having like an
one
actual.
person is the bank, They just all their inventories.
Hey,
other
kinda like
people's
a
stuff
guild
in the
bank,
mailbox.
but for the trolls. If that's their main character, sure, it's not their alt. If that's their main, yeah.
Chicken to China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking.